What's up, cave dwellers? I'm Gabe. We're here with Tone today. He's doing live commissions, and we're going to be doing this for quite a while today. He's doing live commissions that you guys can pick out. And we got a setup of comics over there. You can't see it right now, but we got a setup of comics. And
How you
before
doing?
we get started, I'm going to thank our sponsor,
Oh, there you go.
RPGhiring.com. Building people, changing lives. All right, so
I always forget we got to do that.
yeah.
I just wanted to go, hey, hi, how are you doing?
I forget about it a lot too.
Yeah.
That's what Darren's for. He's here to help us with that. So what you working on?
You know what? I just grabbed one of the OMG books and just figured I'll just draw like Frankenstein or something, just to kind of get going. Because the thing is, sometimes you never know if people are gonna like see and then jump on or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why there's so many already pre-done sketches because.
Are these for sale?
Oh yeah, I mean, again, we specifically did them or had them just for this. It's not like I spent all week doing them. Some of these they're weird. Sometimes I'll get a sketch cover just to kind of look at one. So this is a sketch cover I got like in 2015. It's a Harley Quinn, and so I started working on it, and then I just like, I don't want to finish this, and so it gets thrown in a box. And that's what happens. What happens is I'll work on something, I'll either lose interest in it or I don't want to finish it, and I'll throw it in a box. But you don't throw the stuff out, it just sits there.
Yeah.
And so when something like this comes up, all of a sudden I'll be like, wait a minute, I got a box of these books somewhere. And then you go find them and you're like, all I have to do is like finish a face or finish this or do like whatever. And inevitably what happens is I'll do one of these pieces, like even in my portfolio, like I'll have a piece of like Spider-Man swinging through the city or something, and it'll be there for like 5 or 6 years, and no one cares for it, no one wants any love of it, it just sits there. And then if I do like a remark on it, or I add a little color or just something to like get it to pop, I'll slide it in my portfolio, and then the next time I go to the show, that's the first one that goes. And again, it's been sitting there for like 5 years. So that's what happened here with a bunch of these. A bunch of these are just pieces that I either started, and they're not bad pieces. It's just for whatever reason, it's like people had their fill of the Spider-Man 300 fill or whatever. Yeah. Even this Batman, I did this Batman, and I literally just drew his head and the rough of his body. And we talked about this earlier. I love Batman.
Yeah.
But I lost interest in doing it, and so when we were getting ready for this, it's like, if I put like 20 minutes into this, that'll be done.
Oh yeah.
So that's what ends up happening.
Yeah. So with the Harley Quinn, you decided to put a Joker on the front, and then
yeah, because
Joker's got to be taking the spotlight from her.
Just because it's the joke. Because when we were talking earlier, before the cameras went on, it's like he asked me, it's like, so what's your favorite thing to draw? And I was like, well, I like drawing Batman and or the Joker. And so if I get a Batman book, or even like if people hit me up and I'll see the Batman book, I'm immediately like, ooh, I'm going to draw Batman. And then they'll be like, can you draw Poison Ivy and, and whatever. Yeah. And immediately I'm like, wah, wah, wah. My level of interest is like gone. Yeah. Not that I don't like Poison Ivy or Harley. It's just I want to draw Batman or Joker.
Yeah.
So that's why when I did that one, I was like, okay, it's got like this cool little like love triangle thing. It's like, I'll just put the Joker in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. So what is Revolution?
That was a crossover that they did at IDW. That was all these characters are part of the Hasbro line of toys. So like G.I. Joe, Rom, the Micronauts, Action Man. Sorry. All of that stuff is part of the Hasbro toy line. And so in the comic books, they did this series called a tie-in called Revolutions or Revolution. And then they did a bunch of these sketch covers, and I don't even know where I got it. I was just sitting there one day, and so everyone loves Rom.
Just magically appears.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. I'll go to a show, like somebody will hand me a sketchbook, or they'll be like, hey man, I know you're a fan of this or whatever, and then I'll get it, and it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's just that when I pack everything up, it goes into the box. When I get home, it either stays in the box or it gets pulled out, and it gets, oh, this is important, I'll put it over here. So every so often I'll find a book and I'll be like, yeah, I have no idea where I got that book. It's like, I know somebody gave it to me, And like somebody just gave me a Alice Cooper Chaos sketch cover.
Yeah.
And they didn't give it to me like, here, draw me Alice Cooper. They gave it to me and said, hey man, I know you like Alice Cooper. Here, take this. And so now I have it, and now I can't draw on it and like sell it because somebody gave it to me.
Yeah.
But I know that story. That story's fresh in my head. But some of the other ones, they just pop up, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this. And if I can't remember what it's there for, then it just ends up in this pile.
Yeah.
So. And that opens it up for people to like sit there and go, oh, by the way, that was mine. I gave that to you. It's like, I hope that's not the case. I hope nobody feels like I'm taking something from. No, if somebody has given me a book that I'm supposed to draw on for a commission, and believe you me, I do. I have a little pile in my studio, and I've got, I think, a Watchman in it, and I think a Ha-Ha in there, and I don't know what else. There's something else in there. I can't find my original message with the guy who asked me to draw on those for him.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, they're not here. Like, I didn't immediately like just give up on it and say, oh, screw it, and throw it in. It's like, I know those are for somebody. I just don't know what they're for, and I keep waiting for people to message me. Because that's the other thing. It's like sometimes I'll get busy, and then I'll either forget, or I'll, like drop the ball on it and not get something done. And then somebody will get a hold of me and say, oh, I don't want to pester you. It's like, no, by all means, pester me. Send me a message. If you haven't gotten my piece in the mail, or we haven't talked about it, or you're worried that it hasn't gotten done, pester me. Send me a message, because at the very least, when the guy messages me, he goes, hey, man, I'm the Ha-Ha guy. I'll know exactly who it is, because I've only got the one Ha-Ha sitting there, Or when the Watchman guy messages me back and says, oh, you're supposed to draw Rorschach or whatever. Then I'll be like, oh, there's the guy, and I can save his little message. I'm like, whew, okay, now I know who this belongs to.
Yeah.
Because that happens. Oh my God. At one point, I remember doing a sketch cover for some dude, and I mixed him up with another guy. Like, I had them like both sitting there, and I mailed them to the wrong person. Like, I literally mailed it. And so when the guy got it, he says, hey man, I really like this Vampirella sketch cover you did, but I had a whatever it was. And I was like, oh no. And so I messaged the other guy, say, hey, by the way, you're going to get a package. It's going to be the wrong one. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened.
Yeah. I feel like that happens to a lot of people, though.
Oh, well, I don't want it to happen, because I don't want people to feel like, I'm not taking care of their stuff.
That's fair.
Let's talk about some of the covers.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Marty here. I'm right here.
I don't think.
Darren, you got me on over here? Yeah, I do. You good? I'm right here. So we're going to look at some of the covers that we have. For anybody that's interested in, let me put my deal back on. I'm live with everybody too, so. Hang on one second. Alright, so let me get my deal turned around so I can make sure I can see the live art. So what we have a lot of blank covers, and we have a lot more. So if can y'all hear me back there good?
Yes, I can hear you, Doc.
Okay, so if just let them know that we have a lot of covers,
We have a lot of covers over here.
and we have a lot more that are in the back.
There's
so
a lot more in the back.
If you decide that you can't see one that you want, let us know. We have a lot of back issues, a lot of covers here. We got a lot of Star Wars. We have some X-Men. We have Batman, Spawns. I said X-Men, didn't I? Yeah. Eternals. Everybody excited about the new Eternal movie? Alright, so anytime you're looking at a little low, volume is a little low. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't have a I don't have a mic here. It's fine. But if you don't see something you have here or you like here, just let me know. We have several copies in the back.
If you have any thoughts of what you might want, just it's in the description of how to make a commission, right? Or a request.
Darren, do you have the commission sheets and stuff? Let's look at those. And
We do. They are Gabe, you can do it right there in front of you because it's on the top now.
So we have the commission sheet here, which it's Gabe's Cave artist commission form, and then we have the artist that will write down the order number, the date, customer, what character you want, the blank name, blank price, description, and then, of course, the prices for everything. So,
What are the prices they're asking? All right,
so
I'll come over and talk to you.
Okay.
How about this? Because I'm reading.
You wanna take my
I'm reading
spot?
it. No, yeah, that's fine. I can take it for just a second. All right, so the prices. Let's talk about the prices. I think y'all might could see this. I know he's already went over it. What we'll do here is it's just like a normal commission. You tell us what character you want. We'll make sure what book you're wanting, and I'll go back over the books in just a minute. And let's just say headshots. That's Head and Shoulders, not the shampoo, but Head and Shoulders. Inked is $75. Colored is $100. Torso, which is half body, kind of like Deadpool. Sometimes when he gets blown up, it's $100. Inked and color, it's $150. And the full figure, like me, I'm a full figure. Anyway, a full figure is $150, and colored is $200. Shipping depends on where you're at, such as in the States, it's about $8. And then if you're in the across the countries, across the pond, UK, it's usually somewhere around $26 to ship. So actually, depending on what blank you want, Tone's already got several here. I don't know if y'all seen these. I'm just going to do this before I start. It says I can barely hear the volume. My volume is maxed. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I must be on Tone's mic already has something like that. Anyway. All right. Yeah, Tone does. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some of Tone's already done. He's been working on the last couple of days. Vampirella. Make sure I can see that. Y'all can see that. It's amazing. The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. Hi, Miss April.
Hello.
This is Tone's lovely wife, the better half. I don't know. Both of them's good.
Sometimes better. Sometimes.
All right, we got Stray Dogs, which is definitely a hot book, man. It's amazing. Tone's actually part of Stray Dogs, and he's been doing such that Matt books have just been going crazy. Let's see what else we got up here. We got Batman blank. That Batman is sold. If you don't realize it's going to be sold, if it don't get sold today, it will be sold before we leave here, because I know somebody who's very interested in that book. So we got Stray Dogs. We have Daredevil, The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert, Vampirella, Revolution. Who is this? Ron. That's Ron. Oh, look at this Batman. Wow. There's another Batman. We got Amazing Fantasy 15. Y'all know how this homage book is doing. This is and it's Venom. That's what?
The books are upside down.
Oh, the books are upside down. Sorry, guys. It's not overhead. It's not the overhead camera. Is that right? Okay. We got Harley Quinn. What is this Harley Quinn one here? I know somebody already asked about the Harley Quinn. How much is this Harley Quinn here? You have it on the back?
It's on the back.
Somebody asked, it's $180 for the Harley Quinn. And that is several characters. Man, that's amazing. The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. And we're fixing to start rolling on these. So, Brandon, why don't you show the covers again? And we're gonna see what we got here. It says, let me see how many we have. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Smash. Price on Harley is $180. Smash. This one right here.
Smash is saying sold on the Harley.
Sold on the Harley. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here.
You want me to do it?
Nope.
All right.
Here you go. Here you go, Chris, if you will.
Yep.
Put Smash, Rippin' Gypsy.
We've
On
got
there.
a ton of blank comics, so I'm kind of panning across it now. But if there's anything that you don't see that you would like,
Thanks,
ask us,
Smash.
and we can go through our pile and see if we have it.
I'm typing on here at the same time, so thanks, Smash. Appreciate it very much. How much is the Joker book? That Joker book there is how much?
That is a $10 blank.
That is a $10 blank.
Tell Smash send us an email or a message so we have a real name and all their info.
Hey, Mindy, Smash, just send me an email at gabescave13@gmail.com so we'll have your full name and address. I think I know. Huh?
It's also in the description below.
Okay, yeah, it's in the description of the video, but I know Mindy and I know them. We happen to just know them, don't we?
We do.
Okay. Travis, just put it on the console and listen. Okay.
Maurice says, how much is the Joker book?
Maurice, the Joker book is $10.
$10. And
Not. I mean, we're not selling blank covers. We're selling. You gotta have a commission on it. But yeah, we've been collecting blanks for quite a while, knowing that one day we was gonna do stuff like this. So.
hey, Joe Sugar wants to know about the Vampirella on the table.
Oh, the sexy Vampirella. It's $150, Joe. Can you see? Sorry, it's $150. That will come with the COA too, if y'all want. Okay. Yes, it was.
Do you have, this is the first time you're having COAs?
I have done. I send out COAs with all the prints that we send out.
Okay, gotcha.
So we send out COAs because we go around and get all of them signed, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the different shows.
Yeah.
And so when we give them away in our loot boxes,
Yeah, yeah.
we always put a COA in it.
Cool beans. Because the thing is, I'm always curious on like whether or not we're doing it or whatnot. Because the questions are when we are at a show and because they'll come to us and we'll be talking about Gabe's Cave, and we're like, go, their booth is over there. Go over there. They have all the cameras. Go over there, sign up, and then comment. Because we're always trying to explain to them that you guys are giving the giveaways. And then inevitably the question is, well, like, what's the catch? Why are they doing this? It's like they just want people to watch the video. So go over there and sign up and whatnot. And so when we're doing this and I'm asking a question, I just want to know, because that way the next time we're at a show, I can explain to them. It's like, no, man, everything they do, they've got the certificates, and they got the this and they got the that. And I tell them all the time, it's like, you guys, you pay for all this stuff. Like you're not just like giving stuff away that you guys get like from other promotions to promote or whatever. It's like all the artwork, you're paying for it. When somebody is doing the sketch cards or whatnot, you pay for it. And so I'm always trying to explain to people, it's like, look, I don't know why they're doing this other than they want people to watch the cave. So I'm always trying to have the right answers. So that's why I'm asking.
Well, it's not that we just want them to watch. The thing is this, you know, the community is something that we can give back to. We've been truly blessed, and we love. It's something that our family loves and friends love, or family, no matter. Uncle Nasty's my uncle. So, he's my favorite uncle too. I mean, he's everybody's favorite uncle, I think. But you know, we're all family here, and it's something that we've all had in common. We all like and love the community, and I'm getting a phone call. I can't take that right now. Anyway, we love the community. It's a way for us to give back to the community. Yeah, we'd love to have more subscribers. Yeah, we'd love to have more followers and things like that. But you know, people ask me all the time too, what's the catch? What's the catch? Well, let me go ahead and tell you, it's a way that we can give back to the community. It's also a way that we can invest in our kids. You know, and that's priceless, no matter what.
Absolutely.
All right, I can barely hear you guys from over here. Okay, I don't know what the deal is. We're working on it, Ronnie. Ronnie is one of one of our artists for Series 2.
Oh yeah, nice.
His work is phenomenal. He's also already been approved for Series 3.
All of the artists you guys get.
All
And
the artists.
I'm the hack. I
Hey.
sit there and I see my cards.
Bull.
No. See, she's being polite.
Yeah, that's
These cards show up. And when they go, oh man, you got to look at these, and they show them to me, and I immediately go, man, I'm just not even trying. I don't even know how you find these guys.
They find us.
I mean, again, the people that work on these cards are amazing, absolutely phenomenal. The cards you showed last week, and then even the week before, phenomenal. Those people are amazing. It's like I wonder why they're not working. I mean, again, the trading card business is a totally different thing altogether. But like, I don't know why those people aren't doing covers and stuff for people. I don't get it.
Well, now you know the big story. We're here to help. We're here to promote artists. And, you know, hopefully, you know, with the industry the way it's booming right now, hopefully that a lot of the artists that are working for Gabe's Cave will actually be seen. And you know, and that's the thing. I mean, in the card industry, these artists are phenomenal. Most of them are already they're well known. They've got lots of followers and things like that. But in the comic industry, they're not well known. And so we're hoping that we can get them, you know, on the map.
Yeah, right on.
Imagine what Sire Surecat would do to a comic cover.
I don't know who that is, but if they're any of the people from like the last month and a half, I mean, I'm just blown away every time I see. Again, never have I looked at one of your sets since I started doing them with you. Have I looked at them and said, "Oh no, whatever. Okay, I'm secure with what I'm doing." Every time you show me a set that somebody has brought in, I'm totally insecure, going, "Oh my God, I'm just hacking this stuff out."
Huh? All right, you need a form? Or just one?
And thank you, bud. Thank you for being sweet.
All right. So let's see what we have here. How many people has anybody ordered yet besides Smash? What do we got? Any price list for the commissions? Yes. Are you doing it right now? Okay. Yeah, the price list, again, I'll just kind of go over it while you're saying it, Darren, typing it on there. Headshots from the head and shoulders, not the shampoo, is inked is $75, colored is $100, torso, kind of like Deadpool, you know, when he's blown in half, $100 inked, colored $150, full figure, me, you know, I'm definitely a full figured bodied male. I got the curves, some curves that I don't want, but anyway.
His milkshake will bring the guys to the yard.
Inked is $150 and colored is $200. Shipping in the U.S. is $8, and total, you know, it depends on what you're getting. We also have we have like the Bristol boards. I guess you got some of those. That's going to be like the regular boards, right?
I don't have any Bristol boards with me.
Well, we don't have any right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we have plenty of blanks. I'm going to step up over here and look and see what we got. Hey, let me go ahead and tell you. If I was a milkshake Smash, I would be a strawberry cheesecake. Definitely. Yeah, that turns me on. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna have one today. Darren, I think he's showing the Uncle Nasty, or our favorite uncle over there, is showing everybody the books. We have Venom. We have Star Wars. We have several different Star Wars books. I know that's definitely a hot book, a hot series out. Every one of them, it doesn't matter. We have the Immortal Hulk. We have Batman. Okay, this show has just left the highway. Let's see. We have the Joker. We have. This is an exclusive cover. Look at that one right there.
There's a mic over there you can pick up and talk with him.
X-Men #1. Well, yeah, there you go, Uncle Nasty. We gotta get Uncle Nasty.
Yeah, Uncle Nasty in the house. Look, that's the
X-Men number one.
X-Men #1. That's the OG X-Men comic book. So you got to get Tone to do the old school X-Men art on that, or I mean, whatever you want. But you know, or you could just listen to me and do what I say.
We have Star Wars Annual. We have Venoms.
Boy, I think Tone would do a killer Kylo Ren on one of those Star Wars books.
Check
If
out
somebody.
this one right here. Absolute Carnage #1. The new movie's coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Absolute carnage. Absolutely.
And for all you Micronaut fans, Michael Golden will be at SpaCon. Michael Golden, can you see it?
Michael Golden will be at SpaCon. All you Micronaut fans.
So having Tone draw a picture.
And not to mention, Tone is a big Micronauts fan himself, so
He is a big
that's
Micronaut.
like a win-win.
Vader's Castle, Immortal Hulk. I mean, and some of y'all could just be gung-ho angry. I mean, we're bringing out some of the stuff you never seen.
Yeah, gung-ho anger.
Angry. There you go. We have, let's see, what else we have up here? We have Bounty Hunter. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Y'all know what that is? Darth Vader. We have Darth Vader #1.
We also have a Berserker blank.
Oh yeah, new movie coming out. You know what's gonna happen. Aliens. American Vampire 1976. Batman Little Gotham. Like I said, we have a lot more. Just if you know a cover that you would like, we might have it, we might not. But we got Eternals, man. We got a few Eternals. You know the new movie coming out.
Yeah, that is a cool Eternals cover.
What you got?
Nothing?
Anybody wanting anything yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. We got a Savage Dragon, I know.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna take one of those out, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Check this out. Y'all finna see something.
Oh, what's up?
Savage Dragon. That came in from a different one. So we need what we're getting on that.
We're gonna have Savage Dragon and his buddy the Sasquatch abominable Bigfoot creature. Look, I don't know if y'all know this, but I post pictures of my books, and me and Tone, one of the first times, actually the first time that I ever met him, we had a very interesting conversation about Bigfoot. And so every time I've had him do me a sketch, it's always had Bigfoot in it. I've got Bigfoot with Batman, Bigfoot ripping Bane's head off. I've even got Chris Hayes' original story, Don't Pay the Ferryman. I had a sketch of that, and it's the ferryman on the boat, and he's got Bigfoot's in the background, creeping in the background. All Bigfoot stuff coming from Tone.
Oh, we're right here.
Yep.
Like I said, we have several different. We have a lot of different blanks. So if there's any you want to see from the Joker, anything, just let us know.
You're good.
Okay.
Hey, Allison, switch us back over. Yep. Hey everyone, just wanted to say I'm back there running the cameras today. I'm not on the screen as much, and this is one of my first times to run multiple things at one time. So if there's no sound issues, if there's sound issues and the cameras are not on what they're talking about, like earlier I was stuck on over here on the books, I apologize for that. So just wanted to say that instead of typing it all out, those that are watching right now. I can do the shows where we have one camera and like two mics, we're good, but
How much is the Vampirella?
which one? The Vampirella on the table? I believe it was
I don't know where it went.
150, I think.
It's right underneath.
Right here.
Oh, there it is.
The Vampirella on the table is 150. Who's asking? I believe so. Or price. Let's see. Let's sit this somewhere else,
I got it.
or maybe in the back,
I got it right here.
or somewhere. Yeah, that's fine.
It makes it easier for me to.
Well, don't put your head in front of the camera.
Oh, is it in front of the camera?
I don't know, but it might be.
Is there a Harry and the Hendersons cover over there?
A
We
Harry
do not
and
have a Harry and Hendersons.
Okay. Because somebody just said nasty, the Harry and the Hendersons cover would be great.
Yeah, and we don't have one of those.
They made a comic book of Harry and the
I don't
Hendersons.
know.
that's crazy.
All right, What we got here?
Have we gone through all these?
Did
Let's
we
let's
get rid
show.
of Vampirella?
Vampirella is right here. No one has bought it yet, as far as I know.
Hey, Maurice wants to know about the Batman blank on the blank table. I think somebody already answered him, but
All right, which Batman? We got several. So let's do this. We have.
He needs a mic.
Pick the mic up.
Sorry. All right, we have All-Star Batman. Next Batman, we have Batman versus Superman. We have Batman Superman. We have Batman Adventures and Batman Little Gotham. Which one are you talking about?
or are you talking about that one that I held up? This one right here.
Oh, that one, the Joker.
Are you talking about that one?
I don't see it on here.
Yeah, the frames villain cover. That villain cover. That's
it.
this one. So y'all, I mean, if that the cover you wanted to see, let us know. He's holding it up right now. Waiting on responses.
So how you been?
Oh, I've been great.
Good.
Working in the heat a lot.
Yeah.
Missing out on all these fun videos.
Well.
They get in a store.
Yeah, no. I was just there earlier today.
Yeah. Speaking of store, the hats are here. I told them they could not sell one until I got mine on my head. I have been bugging them.
You know what? There's something wrong with your hat, though.
No.
You mind if I fix that?
Nope, don't
Because
you touch
that
it.
brim is like just straight across, like a piece of like
No.
it needs to be bent. You got to bend that brim.
No. That's LA style. You should know that.
Louisiana style.
No. Los Angeles.
Lower Arkansas.
There you go.
See, and when I see a Batman like this, Tone, this makes me dislike the new Joker movie even more.
I really enjoyed that movie, though.
I don't.
Oh, you don't have to like it. That's the cool thing about that stuff. See, because a lot of people they'll see the movie, and they'll be like, "Ah, they ruined the comic books. That movie is horrible." No, they didn't ruin the comic books. The comic books are still over here. They're fine.
They're safe.
Like Watchmen.
They're safe.
Like a lot of people bitched about the Watchmen when it came out. Oh, it ruined. Or like when a movie comes out, oh, they just ruined it. It's like, no, they didn't ruin it, because if you like the comic books are right there.
Right.
You know, it's like if you just don't have to like that, you know.
I feel like I'd have liked the movie
Uh-huh.
if they'd have called it anything but Joker.
Oh no, exactly. I think well, it's like the Fantastic Four movie, the one they did.
The last one they just
the
did?
last one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great movie.
It was pretty good.
It's a horrible Fantastic Four movie, but it's a great movie, like sci-fi and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
I think it's great. If it just wasn't part of the Fantastic Four thing, I think it would have been
I didn't
awesome.
like the Doctor Doom. That was the only thing that I didn't
Well,
like.
but there was a lot. Well, was there Doctor Doom in that one?
Mm-hmm. Victor Von Doom.
Are you talking about the one with Jessica Alba and
No.
stuff? Really, there was a Doctor Doom. See, I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
it's like I remember a
they-
lot about it.
They
but
went to that planet.
uh-huh.
And
Oh, that's right. He got powers too.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean about stuff like that, because it's like just because you don't like the one thing. I always tell people, because keep in mind, I lived through the George Clooney Batman.
Mhm.
You know, like, and I saw that movie 3 times opening day.
Now, see, if
Like-
you still lived in the George Clooney Batman day,
Uh-huh.
then that's a Joker that I could.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
How is that Joker gonna compete with a Batman like that? Like
No, I get you.
One punch in the sternum and his chest plate's broke. I mean,
Yeah. No, I get you. But yeah, that was the one thing about stuff like that. I just feel weird because I did like it, but you know, I understand your point.
yes. Points.
Hey, they're asking about CBCS or CGC grading services.
No, we will not be on this one. Just COAs.
And that's another thing. People really like those, but it's such a it kills time. Like if people wanted their sketch covers like this week, it's like we could finish them, send them off. But if they wanted them graded or whatever, we'd have to send it over there. It'd be there for like a month and a half, 2 months, right?
The good news is you can just show CGC the video, and they can witness that. Witness this one time, CGC.
Where are we talking?
Philip Mendel, you said Tone is super rad. He is rad.
It's true. I am super
See,
rad.
I'm not the only one that thinks so.
Oh, see, but when the cameras are on, I'm totally like that. I'm like, yeah, totally, absolutely. Like, I mean, I downplay like the artwork. I'm like, whatever. But if we joke around, it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm awesome. Don't believe me? Ask me.
You are.
Stop.
No, you're a fun guy.
Oh, you're being sweet.
No, I'm never sweet. I'm honest a lot.
Okay.
Everybody thinks Tone's fun.
I try to be.
Tell him in the comments.
He's fun until the cat.
Tone hams it up, period. He doesn't ham it up for the camera. Tone is a ham.
Yep.
Oh, what a jerk. I was talking about me. I used to every so often I'll catch myself. Like I'll do like one of these or whatever, and I'll like start like acting like specifically for the camera, and then I'll watch it later. I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? You know, because I'm trying to be entertaining, and so the difference is, I think I'm generally entertaining if I'm just sitting there talking. But as soon as the camera goes on, I'm like, you know, like in my head, it's like the music's going, you know, like the Bozo the Clown show. It's like, oh, hey, kids, blah, blah, blah. But I don't need to do that because, you know, when I see it, I immediately go, man, I don't want to watch that clown. That guy's an idiot. It's like, what's he doing? So.
Luckily, people don't feel that way, Tone.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad. So do you like the Savage Dragon? Is that what's going on here? Like, again.
When I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
one of the first times I ever got to go into a store that sold comic books,
Uh-huh.
Savage Dragon was like the first comic that I saw, and he was a big green cop wearing uniform guy
Yeah.
with a fin on his head,
Yeah.
and I had to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been partial to him ever since. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I was like, you know, I had a Savage Dragon comic before I had a Batman comic. So.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting. I like the Savage Dragon. I actually have like, because you know I used to buy comic books. I still get them when I can, but like the full set that I have is like Savage Dragon, like 1 through, I think it was like maybe 150. Like just every month they'd come out, and I remember people were like, "Man, I don't like that book." It's like they didn't like the juxtaposing of the artwork. You know how big and bold it was and whatnot. And I was like, that's the part of it I like the stuff where it's just really like dynamic, because it reminded me like those old Kirby comic books.
Right.
And then once you start like doing these shows and you start reading interviews and you start talking to like, you know, Eric, or you listen to Eric, I mean, he just loves Jack Kirby. Like that was like his thing. So when you see it and you notice that all of those influences are in his work, and so even now I'll see it, and I think it's funny because there's a lot of people, kids, younger people, who love Eric Larson. Say, oh man, his stuff is so dynamic or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, so you like Jack Kirby? And they'll be like, I have no idea who Jack Kirby is. And you're kind of like going, okay, so look, there's nothing wrong with it. Keep in mind, if some people have a problem with the idea, like, oh well, you're ignorant. Well, just because you don't know something, people can say you're ignorant. It's when you're ignorant and then somebody enlightens you to it, and then all of a sudden, you know, they smarten you up or whatever, then that's awesome. But if you just sit there and you go, nah, I don't really care about that. I just like this. And now you're stupid if you're not like going to start paying attention to it. Like you don't even have to like it, but at least you understand it, right?
Right.
Because I remember when I was working with Tyrese Gibson, I was doing an homage to
Singer Tyrese Gibson?
Yeah, we did a comic book.
I always think of him as an actor.
Yeah, he's an actor. He's a singer.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
he knows who he
Facebook
is.
I know exactly who he is.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a comic book with him.
What comic book?
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, people. Like, people don't know that this stuff. I keep telling people about it and never. I have
Is somebody.
I have boxes and boxes of Mayhem that he signed. I go to shows all the time, and they'll be on the table, and they'll be like $10 for the whole set, and like nobody gets them, and they'll be like, "Who signed that?" And I was like, "Well, Tyree signed that," and they'll still be like, "I don't know, yeah." I'll get you a set. It's not a great book, but I
didn't even
love
know
that
there
book.
was a book. So what, he's like the character's modeled after him?
Yeah. He was one of those guys that, like, when he started doing the Transformers movies, he went to Comic-Con for the first time, and he was like, whoa, like, what the hell? And
I can
so,
relate.
yeah, so then he somehow hooked up with my buddy who was staying with me, and we basically created a comic book. Like, we had a bunch of characters worked out, like in a model sheet kind of thing, like a portfolio. And so he was like, we were sitting there in his office going through stuff, and he goes, well, I want to do a character like this, and I want to do this, and one of his ideas is, because he was way into toys, like he said, I want a guy, and I like want his chest open up, and I want there to be like a big giant gun that comes out of his chest, because he's like a Transformer kid, toy. Yeah, he just wanted it, and I was just like, in my head, I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But meanwhile, kids would be awesome, like, so we were talking about it, and so he was going through my portfolio, and we had this other character from another story that we had done called the Enforcer. And it goes back to like wrestling stuff, because like Arn Anderson was the enforcer for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to create a comic book based on Arn Anderson doing like a Batman Beyond kind of thing, where he's Arn Anderson in the clubhouse or wherever the Batcave is, and then he has a new guy, protege, doing the Mayhem stuff or the Enforcer stuff. So then he was going through the portfolio, and he saw the Enforcer, and he goes, that's my guy. That's my guy. And it's like, no, that's my guy. Like, what are you talking about? He said, no, that's my guy. That's my guy. And he was like adamant, like, that's my guy. And I'm like, all right. And my buddy was like, dude, just give him the guy. Like, they'll just do it. Like, we had already printed the Enforcer. It was a backup story in another book. And so we were like, okay. So we just changed it a little bit, and it was like, all right, there it is. So we put the book out. And let me go back to the Jack Kirby story. I did a Jack Kirby homage cover from like a Captain America Jack Kirby piece. And I remember showing it to him, and he just looked at me and like had the same look you have right now, just real deadpan, like what's that? And I was like, this is the variant cover we're gonna do for Comic-Con, isn't it cool? And he just looked at me like, and he walked away, and I was like, oh man, it's like he was like not digging it or whatever. And he went and he talked to somebody, and he said, man, Tone just went ahead and showed me this piece of artwork, and it's like, I don't know, it looks weird. And thank God he was talking to one of the guys from the comic book company, because he's like, you're talking about that homage piece? And he's like, yeah, I guess. And he says, that piece is awesome. Like, we really like it. We're really excited about it, because the comic book people were there. And so he was like, but it doesn't look like his regular stuff. It doesn't look like the book. And he says, well, it looks like Jack Kirby. And, because he drew it off a Jack Kirby drawing.
It's kind of supposed to do that.
Well, but that was the idea. The idea was there's another character in the story that is doing the Arn Anderson thing that we talked about from the other story. Right. So he's the original Mayhem guy. So in the cover, it's supposed to be him from like the 60s or 70s. And then he's the new one. But he didn't get it. Like, he just didn't get it. Like, he just saw it and didn't get it. But this is the thing about Tyrese. Once the guys at the comic book company were like going, no, we think it's cool. We were excited about it. He went ahead. We were in a comic book shop at the time. He just cleared off their shelves of all the Jack Kirby stuff, Fantastic Four, not Spider-Man, like stuff like the Eternals and whatnot. He just cleared off the shelves. And he went ahead and went back, and the next time I saw him, he was all about that cover. It was crazy, because if he doesn't know about something, he'll like just throw himself at it. And it's like, now I get it. Now I understand.
I've always liked that guy.
Yeah. He was cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I got to get you copies of the book. They're just sitting at the house.
Yeah, man. Dang.
People.
All right, let's talk a minute real quick. If y'all don't mind, let's go back over to the blank covers.
Blanks.
I don't remember. I think someone was asking. I'm trying to find it. Anyway, here's some more blank covers. We have Detective Comics 1000, the black sketch cover. We have Aliens, Eternals, X-Men 92. We have the Spawn 300 and Spawn 301, the Record Breaker, Black Panther, definitely one you want to check out. let's see, what else is, we got Walking Dead. We have several Star Wars, Vader's Castle, Absolute Carnage with the new Venom movie coming out. We got Venom right next to it. We have an X-Men #1 that's really cool. I'm trying to think of some other ones that we might have. Let me, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go grab a stack from the back. I know that Joker right here with the border is really cool. The Joker, the 80th anniversary is really cool. And if you haven't seen one of Tone's Jokers that he draws, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Anyway, he does a phenomenal job of a Joker. Tell me what, tell me in the comments if you're looking for a certain kind. I can go ahead and see what we have, but we have several different ones. We've got just a box full of them. So we have Flash. I know we have several Flash. We have Iron Man. We have, I'm trying to think, can't remember. But we have several ones. So if anyone you want to see there, plus you see the ones that are already drawn that he started drawing the day before yesterday, trying to get a jump on things. You can see the Batman right here on top. I don't know if you can see this, Darren. I'm back at the front. Go to the overhead camera. This is one of my favorite Batmans that he already drew. He just drew it this week. He showed me. I definitely was excited about that one. Daredevil is heating up. I know there's a lot of Daredevil, and I know that book, like I said, it's heating up. This is Stray Dogs. Everybody have already know about Stray Dogs. I think it's going to be a movie pretty soon. Isn't that right, Tone? I believe that's right. And then Vampirella. We got The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. This another Batman that's just phenomenal.
That is a good Batman.
Spawn, look at that. Spawn kills everyone too. That's crazy. Amazing Fantasy. This book alone is hard to get. I think we do have a blank cover or somewhere around here. If I'm going to sell it, not sure if I am or not. But this is a phenomenal. Already, it's the homage of the 300, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But Amazing Fantasy 15, Venom. Look at the Shadow. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. For all the Shadow guys out there, Ron. And then you got The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. Also, Tone is also the one who created The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert for the actual Office TV series. Here's some more he just done. Frankenstein. Oh, there's some of them right here. So if you're interested in this copy right here, this is the replica copy of The Office. For The Office, The Adventures of Jimmy Halpert. He actually is the one that created this for the TV series, as you can see. And that's $50, is that correct?
For you guys.
For this show?
Yeah.
Because usually they're like $80.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, those books are $80 at cons, and
these are $80 at cons. He's giving to our subscribers for $50. That's definitely about as cheap. That's what I was fixing.
I like the word inexpensive. I hate the word cheap.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's inexpensive.
it's affordable.
It's affordable.
Oh, there you go. I like that one too.
It's more affordable.
So, we have several that he's already been working on. You can see the one he's doing right now with Savage Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. He's doing the police one too, right? Looks like he's in a police uniform.
Well, he is a cop. That's his thing.
Whatever. Okay. Oh. Here's some more blank copies. I'm gonna just kind of, Darren, if you will, I'm just gonna kind of show some of them right here. We have Captain Marvel.
You don't have to put Brie Larson on that cover.
Right. We can put the real Captain Marvel.
Right.
I mean,
Sounds like somebody doesn't like the Captain
another
Marvel
Bounty
movie.
Hunters, Star Wars.
I liked the movie.
We got Star Wars here. Several Star Wars. Black Panther. Contest of Champions. Isn't this the video game, Gabe, that we play all the time? When we go to Dave and Buster's and stuff?
Contest of Champions, people.
Contest of Champions. You know, we play Spider-Man and... Okay. Detective Comics 1000. We have the black copy and the white copy. Catwoman, if you've never seen Tone draw Catwoman, he does a phenomenal Catwoman. It is the video game. That's what I thought. Han Solo. Fantastic Four's heating up. We know now that Marvel's got a hold of them. We feel like that Fantastic Four is going to be remaking all their movies to maybe something good. We got crossover. We have Batman Adventure and Wonder Girl. These are some more of the ones that we have. We'll bring out some more in just a little bit. Like I said, if you got any idea of what you would like, let me know, and I will do my best to try to pull it out. Brandon, why don't you take over?
That's what she said.
Is it?
When I say take over, it means talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Looks like Tone's taking a break, getting some water.
Mm-hmm.
There's some amazing stuff that you can get here. I like that X-Men book. I want to see somebody maybe do a magic with the soul sword on it. That'd be cool.
You talking about that X-Men 1?
Oh yeah, the X-Men 1 over there.
I've got that exact blank at the house.
That'd be really cool. That Batman Adventures Continue. Maybe you could do like a Bruce Timm version of a Harley Quinn. That'd be cool. Since it's Batman Adventures, but it continues.
The possibilities are endless. It's all up to your imagination. That's really all, because you've got an artist here that all you got to do is pretty much think it and he can draw it. So and a lot of guys are really good artists, but Tone can knock stuff out quick and have you looking like he done spent a week on it, and he can do it in about an hour and have it look amazing. So this is a great time to had to order a commission from him and be able to even watch him drawing it live here, because I'm sure he would love to do that for you guys.
Definitely, and even that Black Batman Detective Comics 1000. Love it when people can draw really well on a black cover, because I think it is kind of harder. Because you can't use all the colors of the rainbow, particularly, especially dark colors. So you get to use the lighter colors. So I'd like to see something really cool with that. Definitely hit us up. We ship quick. He draws quick. We can get it out quick to you.
Come on, guys, share this out to all your Facebook comic pages and all that stuff. If they'll let you post this, post it.
Did you show off the pops already?
Oh, were those for today? I didn't know what they were for.
I mean, if you want to.
Oh no, I mean, look, this is your place. I'm just hanging out. No, did they want to see them? Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. So anyway, we did this before we started today. So we've been doing a bunch of pops, like remarking and stuff. So as soon as I got here, Marty immediately was like, "Hey, we got some pops we want you to mark." So these are the 4 that he had me do. I'll be honest with you, that Homer one is just I don't always like them when I'm done. It's like they're cool, but I really liked him, just the way he looks. It's like sometimes they make me very, very, very happy. I worked on the comic books for about 15 years. I wish I could remember what year I started, but we worked on them all the way up to the very, very end. And it was Futurama, it was Radioactive Man, it was anything and everything that had something to do with The Simpsons.
You did the calendars.
I did a calendar, yeah.
Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Every year he did it. Looks like.
It was interesting because, again, just like the Mayhem thing, it's like I'll sit there and I'll talk to somebody about something that I've done. And then, or I'll go to a show and I'll see somebody I haven't seen in a while, and they'll be like, "Hey, man, what's up? How you doing? Oh, it's good to see you, man. Hey, what have you been up to?" It's like, "Oh, man," it's like, "I've been busy." It's like, "Oh, what have you been up to?" And I explain to them, it's like, "Well, I was working on The Simpsons." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're working on The Simpsons?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing that for, a bit." It's like, "Well, how long have you been doing that?" Like 10 years? And it's like, they're always surprised. They're always like, "Really? You've been doing it that long?" It's like, because the people that know me from The Simpsons don't know that I do all this other stuff. And the people that know me from all this other stuff don't know me on The Simpsons. So every so often I'll be at a show and because I, like on one of my banners, I have, I think Bender on it. And sometimes they'll walk by and they'll see like a Simpsons thing, but then they'll see this or they'll see that, and even the Jimmy Halpert will be sitting there. and they'll look at it and they're kind of like looking at it all. And in my head, I'm doing the thing where they're like, oh, they think it's all fan art. Like I'm just like drawing fan art because inevitably they'll be looking through and they'll say, you know, you're really good. You should probably do this professionally. And I'm like, all right, yeah, thank you. But they don't realize that I'm the guy who did this or I'm the guy who did that, or, you know, like, and it's weird because the thing is none of it looks like it goes together because all the stuff is different.
Right.
You know, even the Stray Dog stuff is totally different than the Simpsons stuff.
Yeah.
The Simpsons stuff is totally different from the Jimmy Halpert. It's totally different from my horror stuff. And so the thing is, I understand why they get it or they don't get it. You know, I get it. I totally understand it. But it's that part that always makes me kind of go, okay, you know, like I remember when we were kids, we used to have like, we go to the comic book show and we'd get like a program and we'd tear through the program. Oh, who's going to be here?
Right.
And if we didn't know who was going to be there, we'd like look at it or we'd go by their table and we like would delve into it like, oh, you know, this guy worked on this or this guy worked on that. And now like people just get the shows. Sometimes they don't even have that kind of stuff or it's all on the website and no one's looking at the website even though that's what it's there for. So inevitably, I always have people who come up to me and they have no idea what I've worked on, or they'll just sit there and they'll look and they'll be very nice. But I can't remember where we were at. We were at a show, and I have a stack of prints for little girls. You know, like because my thing is like little kids and little girls especially come to shows and they're being dragged around by their fathers or whatever because they're there for their G.I. Joe toys or whatever. So I have I think a Disney princess one. And I think I have another one that has like Donald Duck on it, you know, and they're pink, right, and whatever. And so I don't put them on the table, but they're in my portfolio, but they're not like on the table and like marked free because if they were just a sign that said free, then they'd all be gone, right? So I wait for these little kids to come by and they'll come by and they'll look and I said, do you like that? And I'll immediately pull it out and I'll be, what's your name? And the parents are like, oh, no, you don't, because they think if I'm going to write their name on it, I'm going to immediately hand it to them and say, oh, that'll be $10, right? But I'm like, no, this is free. Don't worry about it. So I go ahead and I write their name on it, whatever. And I remember I was trying to give one to this little girl. Oh, this was in Dallas. And the mother saw what I was giving this little girl, but she also saw like the Pennywise, Simpsons, Krusty, and then you know, all the horror stuff. So immediately the mother was like, no, come on, you know, that's gonna scare her and stuff. It's like, it's Donald Duck. It's like, you know, what am I gonna do? Argue with the mother? Here, take my stuff, take it, you know. But I remember I was right next to Broussard, and so he immediately was like, you know, he's very vocal. Like, what's wrong with her? And look, that's her kid. If she doesn't want her to have it, that's fine. Yeah, but he's awesome. He's so funny.
Oh, shout out to young Robert Broussard one time.
Just once.
Just once.
2 times.
2 times. Okay, 2 times. But yeah, too funny. How about shows with you? Like, how many shows have you been to? Like, are you doing a lot of shows? Like, I've seen you at shows, but how old were you like when you went to your first show?
Comic-Con?
Like a Comic-Con. See, no. See, you've never been to Comic-Con though.
No.
See, because Comic-Con's in San Diego.
Right.
And that's like my big thing. It's like I'm not like one of those guys that's like totally like, oh, you've never been to Comic. But I do hate it. Like when we'll go to like to a town, and they'll be like, hey, Comic-Con's in town. It's like, no, you have a Comic-Con in town. It's not Comic-Con. Because in their head, they think it's like the big crazy one. Because like even New York can say Comic-Con and San Diego can say Comic-Con, but like you go to other towns and you're like, oh, Comic-Con. Because we were in Midland. Mm-hmm. And I remember watching the news because I like doing that. It's like Comic-Con's in town. It's like, okay, calm your jets. Because I was at the show too. It's like hardly Comic-Con was there. All right. So how old were you when you went to your first Comic-Con?
35.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
35. Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
I talked to you at my first show.
Oh, the one that was
little bitty baby horror show.
That was yeah. But you see what I mean when they talk about going to time. I wasn't gonna sit there and talk about it being a little place, but yeah, that was tiny. Yeah. That was your first one.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh man, don't apologize. It's all right.
He's from you know, he's Sasquatch finder. He's from the backwoods.
No,
yeah,
I know. I'm
from the backwoods.
We've talked.
We had to get him out of the woods.
Honest to God,
Mm-hmm.
we took my first childhood vacation with like family. Let me tell you what it was.
More.
My great grandfather took me to the Mississippi River, let me swim in it for like 20 minutes, and then we drove home. That was vacation. Like that was like we're going on a summer trip. Like awesome.
That was probably like a big deal to your grandma.
And it was a
right?
big deal to me. You know,
Yeah,
I'd never
there you
been
go.
outside of Arkansas. So like we're crossing over the river, like every creek that we went over, like I remember I was like, is this a river?
No.
He just kept laughing at me like, no, it's gonna be huge. And it was, you know, it was very,
Okay.
you know, when you see it as a child, it's big now, but you know, you see it as a little bitty kid, it looked like an ocean. I was like, wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Got your new hat.
I know. That's what I told him. The hats is in.
Hats are in.
Yeah.
Where do they get on the website?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure Allison will be putting them on there pretty soon. She just found out today too.
And the Darren Fantastic shirts are ordered.
Oh yeah.
The Hello, Welcome to Gabe's Cave Bye shirts are ordered. The Murdoch shirts are ordered.
I'm coming for you.
And of course, the Who is your favorite uncle? We all know the answer already. Y'all don't have to say it out loud. It's Uncle Nasty.
No, I know.
Everybody knows.
We got you.
Loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
So what's
Yeah,
going
dude.
on with the Savage Dragon over there?
Man, it's looking good, dog.
Let's get an overview of it. See what it's kind of looking like.
Is that coming in like loud and clear? Squeak, 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 squeak.
It's so satisfying to watch someone
If
to
only you could
draw
smell
and
the
ink.
marker. If only you could smell it, then you'd be getting the full experience.
Oh my God! Once upon a time, these markers used to really stink.
Yeah.
They're so tame now.
I don't think stink's the right word.
Oh my God!
Like,
Yeah, but we'll put you
I
out.
love that smell. Yeah.
I remember one of my first Comic Cons. We were using these horribly toxic Sharpies, and they were like the big ones, the big fat ones, right? And I was done with it because it's not even a Sharpie. Well, it was a Sharpie, but it's the one that like when you draw with it, it does make that
got
noise.
the wide-
The big wide, yeah. And I remember I was done drawing because I would use them to fill in the blacks. And there was these two, and this was at Comic Con in San Diego. And then we had these two little Japanese girls just standing there, and I'm convinced they spoke no English. And I had a thing, and I apologize. Which camera's on? Is that one on? I apologize if you ever got hit by a Sharpie at Comic Con, because I would go ahead and when I was done with it, I'd take it and I would just throw it across the hall. Like not that it would go very far, but in retrospect, it was a real shitty move to do. Because it was I made a couple friends doing stupid stuff like that. But yeah, I would just throw it. But these girls were there, and they were like, "Oh no, don't!" Because I was ready to chuck it. And they're like, "No, don't!" And so I was like, "Well, what? Do you want it?" And they're, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Oh, how sweet!" You know, like they want my pen. Like they're gonna take it home and put a little glass thing. Yeah, they came back later, and both of them had like black little spots on their nose. They had been sniffing the marker.
So all you comic book artists out there, do not. That's life lesson from Tone right there. Don't give kids your expended Sharpie markers.
They were young girls, but they weren't kids, so I don't feel too bad about it. But yeah.
Switch over to the blanks again. We'll look at the blanks some more.
Are we gonna look at the blanks? All right, kind of show you what we got. Just so you know that all the price list for the commissions are in the description, plus the payment information. And that's your cost plus the price of the blank. And of course, gotta show off Deceased Dead Planet.
That is a cool cover. I mean, it looks torn and tattered up, but it's not. And Tone actually has already done a sketch cover for me on a comic like this, and it was one of the Bigfoot. It was actually the very first Bigfoot sketch he did for me, and it came back graded out at a 9.8. I was super excited, and this one is in definitely good condition.
Doctor Who. Some more. Let's see. We got Green Lantern.
Oh, can't see that. A little
Can't
over
see
there. There you go.
Green Lantern. Forgotten Queen.
I'm trying to share this to all of the nice people on
I picked
YouTube.
that book out because I thought, I'm gonna have somebody do a Freddie Mercury one.
Wait, what is that? What is that book?
Huh? It's Forgotten Queen.
Hey, Jake Goodman, how you doing, sir?
Jake. What's up, big guy?
We have Batman's Grave.
Batman's grave.
Batman's grave.
We have Firefly.
Oh, can't see it.
Yeah,
You okay?
Firefly. We got Flash. Flash forward.
You do it.
Flash forward.
Flash forward, yeah. That's like, you know.
I'm fast
flash
as snot,
forward.
boy.
Real
I'm
nice.
fast as snot.
We have House of X.
House of X.
Hey.
We have Faith.
Gotta have faith. Oh, gotta have faith.
Superman.
I'll get your soups in.
Get your soups in. Batman, Catwoman.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good
That's a
one. I
cool.
know what you
That's
can
a
do
cool
with that
color.
one. If you know the recent
Did I say what, baby?
controversy, that'd be a good one.
That's right. There we go.
No more.
You wanna have it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Batman would.
I think Tone can draw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Batman would.
Hey, Tone,
Sir,
can you draw the new controversial Batman, Catwoman?
that is such a crazy thing that people are raising hell about. That doesn't make any sense to me.
We're a family friend.
Yes, absolutely.
Show. So I'm just wondering, could you draw that?
That's Gabe's Cave at night.
That's a Gabe's Cave.
Yeah, that's a Gabe's Cave at night thing. Yeah.
That's gonna be the
It's
new studio.
Nasty's hole, not Gabe's cave. It's gonna
That
be
is
Nasty's
a
hole.
horrible name.
But it works.
Oh,
Uncle
yeah.
Nasty's
I
hole.
like that. Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade.
Have you seen
It's
that
a little
cover
baby
there?
cave.
Tone, have you done any of the Black Knight?
No, I haven't.
Man, I think that's cool.
So wait a minute. What am I missing on this whole Batman Catwoman controversy?
We'll talk about it later.
I have.
You've been working.
Look, Uncle Nasty's been out in the sun like.
Let's just say there was some controversy about Batman taking care of Catwoman's needs.
Oh.
And DC said that ain't gonna happen.
Oh Lord.
But he would. He would.
Deadpool versus Old Man Logan. I
That-
think Old Man Logan still won. Let's see, got Wonder Girl.
That's another cool color.
It is. USA Avengers.
U.S. Avengers.
U.S. Avengers. Is it G.I. Joe?
No.
That could be G.I. Joe.
Could be there.
Invincible Iron Man. What do we got here? Let's see. X-Man Red. X-Men's heating
Oh,
up.
you could do Omega
Hey,
Red.
Omega Red.
Omega
Hey,
Red,
that
yeah.
character is getting super popular right
Old
now.
Man Hawkeye.
When's the last time you did Omega Red?
I mean, it's been a while, I guess.
All new X-Men. I like this cover here too. Mighty Thor #1.
Oh, yeah.
How sore are you? I'm
Another
Mighty
Johnny
Thor.
Cage crossover. You know, one thing about crossover. Hey, Tone.
Sir.
On the crossover covers, people are just getting them and drawing any.
Anything, yeah.
Anything you want.
Apparently, you can
I
do
mean,
whatever you want.
That's one thing good about crossover. You can just do anything. you
Yeah,
want.
I think it's interesting.
You cross over. You DC and Marvel stuff together. You Image and Marvel stuff together. You know that kind of stuff. You want a Venomized Spawn.
Venom of the year.
Villain of the year.
Anyway, there's a lot more covers here. Like I said, I've got more covers. If you want more covers, let me know. You got to tell me. Talk to me.
Talk to me, son.
I might need to keep that Villain of the Year cover.
Like I said, there's a ton. Like I
So
said,
we
the
get-
commission
get-
price
get
list is in the
Harley standing up
description.
on her tippy toes, all
Plus
cute
the
like,
payment
kissing
information,
Bigfoot on the
PayPal
cheek
or
with Bigfoot
Venmo.
having a big old grin on his face. You know, with maybe one of the little laughing hyenas that she always keeps as a pet off to the side.
Every commission comes
I
with
feel
a
like
free
if Harley could
COA.
make friends with a hyena, she can make friends
So
with
hit us up.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's right, kind of crazy. We've made it to the sing-along part of the show.
The sing-along part. What are we singing to? We're gonna sing
Lumberjack and I'm okay.
Lumberjack.
No? No Monty Python fans here?
Oh no, I know
Gabe.
that one.
Come on up. Talk to them about your plans for your new store.
Gabe has plans.
Oh yeah, come on up in here.
Mini
Let me talk a
plans.
little bit. You're the one who wanted it.
Gabe has plans.
Huh?
No, I suggested each roll.
Gabriel has plans.
Get on up there and talk.
Young Gabriel.
Tell them about that. How excited you are about having the store finally.
Hey, it was good to see all you guys again. I'm glad y'all come out and hanged it out with Tony, and I hope y'all spent a whole bunch of monies.
All proceeds go to the Tone Rodriguez Foundation. That foundation is his back pocket.
Foundation's right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. April's in the house, which means, yeah, she knows what's going on here. Why'd you invite her, Tone?
It didn't.
It's a live show.
Yeah, I know.
I hear you.
I don't know.
All right, so let's talk about it. I'm going to get over here with you. How about this? So, here's the thing. Here's what's good about this is I was 18 years old when I opened up my first shop.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we sold sports cards and comics and all kinds of stuff. Just to be able to you know, you're hop in here. I'm going to get out of here.
Okay.
That's better.
You were at the school when you were 18?
I was 18 years old. Opened up my first store.
We're in Texas.
In Texas, yeah.
Jake Goodman was wanting to know about the
You're on right in front of the screen.
Hulk covers
I am.
and that blacked out alien cover.
He wants to know about what Hulk cover and blacked out alien cover.
Any Hulk cover. We have blacked out aliens. We got Immortal Hulks right here. Let's see. Immortal Hulk. It's expensive though because it's that Immortal Hulk #1. It's pretty hard to find. And then we have aliens right here.
Allison, switch it to number 2.
Immortal Hulk. It's very expensive because it's very very hard to find. And then the aliens #1. But you're Jake. I'll give you a good deal. You are from State Farm, right? Jake from State Farm. Okay. Yeah. We'll make sure.
That's Jake Goodman, Tartarus Jake.
I know who that is.
Oh,
My goodness.
It's Jake from State
He,
Farm.
he doesn't get the joke.
Get a Goodman deal.
It
We-
was so poor I didn't even catch it, and I was standing in the same room.
I want those. You want those drawn on, right? You want those drawn on?
Do you
Colleen
want
Jake the Snake.
Now you owe me a discount. Now you owe me a
those?
discount.
Jake from State Farm he's wanting a Goodman deal.
He wants a Goodman discount. I think he's saying now you owe me a discount. Now, are you actually wanting those to be drawn on, Jake?
Yeah, do you want those to be drawn on, or are you just trying to buy the covers?
Because we're really not selling covers.
No covers.
I'm sorry, buddy.
But when the shop is open, I'm sure you'd be more than happy
When
to.
the shop's open, I might be able to.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to keep the deal alive for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Keep the
If I don't take it first. So if I don't take it first. All right. Allison,
Dude,
we're on
that-
camera 1, right?
It is so crazy. He didn't look at a Savage Dragon picture. He didn't.
I
none of that.
have 1 through 50. I know what Savage Dragon looks like. Is there a straw back there?
God.
there
He said he
straw?
wants the
Straw.
Jimmy Hopper.
I can get you
Which Jimmy Hopper?
Who does?
Oh,
That Jimmy Hopper or that Jimmy Hopper?
which
Yep.
one you wanting?
Allison, switch to
Okay.
3. You want the right or the left?
No, it's okay. I can make my own.
All right.
What's the original?
175.
175.
Or as I like to call it, 175.
175.
Which is exactly what you guys said.
All right.
I'll go right in here and write up the deal.
Goes in tight.
Sorry, I'm in the way.
Yep, definitely in the way. All right, are we on camera 1 now? All right. While we're monologuing, I don't know what you call it. While we're rambling, I'm going to Brandon. What's that face, buddy?
Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
While we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and do some giveaways. We did run it live in the back there a few minutes ago, so as I don't have a way to actually run this live on the screen because of the way that we are doing this right now, I don't want to mess anything up. Not these. We did run it, like I said. I'm gonna announce the winners, and we'll go ahead and send them out first thing Monday morning. So the winners of Peter Smith's cards, of which I do not have because they are at my house right now because of packing. Number 1, Adrian APM won first place. Ty Rasmussen won second place. Cody Fonseca won third place. Rhonda LaForge won fourth place. And Dominic Constas won fifth place. And the loot box was Ricky Samuel.
Ricky Samuel.
Woot.
You won. If you're not watching, you're going to get it in the mail anyways. But as our normal shows go, you know what comes after the giveaways? This week's cards. And what better time than to do tones? So, Allison, if you can switch us to the overhead view. I'll set these out here. And this is the second half of Tone's cards here. The first half we gave away a little bit back on at a con, I believe.
Move the book and put them on black so people can see really well.
Ta-da! There you go. You're doing good at this being married thing. She asked you to do something, you immediately did it.
I have to.
Yeah. Same here.
Anyways, yeah, here's the remaining 7 of Tone's cards. These will all be given away this week. So hopefully everybody enters in. And if you are watching the show right now, make sure you just go ahead and click that link in the description. Go to gabescave.com/giveaways and fill it out. Fill out the information accurately because you'd be surprised on how many people don't put their address in or don't put the cards they want in. And if you don't do that, I don't know what to give you. So you kind of sit in limbo. So until then, you know, make sure you fill it out. Get in to win because we're going to give these away for free. Oh, Lord. What happened?
Well, he wants Savage Dragon and Sasquatch. So I didn't want Sasquatch to beat up Savage Dragon because I love Savage Dragon. So Savage Dragon and Sasquatch have just finished a fight. They both got pretty good of each other, but he's the winner and he's telling Sasquatch to go home, he's drunk. So there'll be a big word balloon here that says, Sasquatch, go home, you're drunk. And then we'll draw Sasquatch on the back of it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. All right. Well, that is our weekly card giveaway section. And I pulled these aside for myself. I'm thinking about it. You want to draw Freddie Mercury or Blade Runner?
Is there really a Queen comic book? Oh, no,
No.
it's just Queen,
Yeah, it
Forgotten
just
Queen.
says Queen.
That's hilarious. Yeah, sure, I'll draw Freddie Mercury. I mean, I don't know how well that'll turn out. I've never done that before.
You know,
That's
where
crazy.
he's got the mic and he's like,
Oh, yeah, totally.
Is it like a live
Oh, yeah, it's got to be.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right. Do like a torso or whatever.
Sure.
I will fill out the paperwork in a minute. I'm coming back to the back to get back on the computer and my 5 minutes of fame.
Make sure he pays.
I won't pay.
We all pay.
Yeah, we all pay. That's right.
So we need to call up Gabe and Marty again so they can talk about the new shop.
SASQUAT.
Right. Yes. Oh, Lord.
Almost lost one there.
Thank you, sir.
Adventures of Jimmy Hopper. Another awesome book. And you, if I remember correctly, you said when you originally did that, there was only two pages in it, just because you needed something in there.
Well, that's it. I mean, even if you open this one up, we'll just open it up for shits and giggles. Why won't it open? The book won't open. Right? Oh, there it is. All right. So yeah, so this is a replica of the book, right? And I'll not touch it because my hand's covered with red ink. So when you open it up, it always opens up to the same 2 pages, because that's all that's in it. The same 2 pages repeated over and over again. And I joke that it's because they're cheap, the people that pay for this stuff, and it's not really that they're cheap, because they did pay me a nice little chunk of change, but compared to what I get now, it was nothing. But it's because they want to make sure that when they shoot over and over again the different cuts, they want to make sure that they're always getting the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open it and it's the same 2 pages, then it's always the same thing. So like I said, it's still funny, but it's not really. It's just, it makes sense, I guess.
And I had saw that a website was selling some of those. What can you tell us about that?
The ones that they have a different version of the book. This book that we have here is what I call the
Prop replica?
The prop replica, yes, thank you. The book that they are selling is an expanded version of the book. And so it has, I think it's a 13 or 14 page story. The other 2 pages are in it, that cover's in it. So it's an expanded fan fiction version of the book. Because again, we only drew 2 pages. That's it, the cover and 2 pages. So these people, and I wish I was paying more attention and I can tell you what the name of the company was, they produced a fan fiction book called Return to the Office. Like as soon as the show went off the air, they, I guess, got involved with this. And so after they did that, they contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in doing it. And, you know, times being what they were, I was like, yeah, you know, I'll do that. And so I did. It took us way longer than I had originally hoped, but I ended up doing it. And so now they have, like I said, a 12-page version of the story. And it's not even the whole story. Like, we're still got to do, like, the wrap-up of it for the second issue. So I don't know if they're going to reprint it, like, in a big, like, 40-page comic book or something. But right now they have an expanded version. So that's what it is. Every so often I'll get a message from somebody and they'll be, hey, look, they're doing this. And I'm like, oh, no, that's me. I'm good.
So did you do the art on the expanded version?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like Chris is getting another banger. He's got a ton of sketch covers from you, it seems
He
like.
does. Wait, question. Phonetically, grammar Nazi. You're drunk. Go home, Sasquatch, you're drunk.
This is how you think of it, okay? Can you put "you are" in that? Sasquatch, you are drunk.
Yeah.
Then it's Y-O-U apostrophe R-E.
Okay, thank you. R-E.
Yes.
I just needed that. She gave me the whole lesson. I'm never going to
Yes.
remember.
And, well, because I want everyone to remember.
It's going to be a banger.
Thank you.
That's what we do here at Gabe's Cave. We just bring people in and we're just hanging and banging. Do you have a hat right there? Oh, your other hat. Okay.
There's something wrong with that hat, too. All right. So what's news with you?
Well, looks like we're having a store.
Yes, I know. I keep hearing about that.
We're gonna move the studio.
Yes, I know.
I don't know if anyone's come in and wasn't aware of it or seen the post. We have a building. We are going to move the studio at some point. We've got a lot of work to do to it. We might have Uncle Nasty do some. I don't know.
Do some welding.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
y'all definitely need some cool metal stuff in there.
You never know.
Tone, I'll
Yes.
be back.
You're out of here?
I've got to get my oil changed, my tires rotated, and then I'll be back.
God. Okay. Right on.
Only time I could get the appointment.
No, I understand.
Go for it. Go for it.
Rotate away.
But the store is going to be a interesting venture. I would say that we're going to put a lot of heart in it, a lot of soul into it. We've got a lot of work to do on the actual building to get it up to snuff to where we want it. But it should be interesting. It should definitely expand the studio and make it a lot more accessible,
Well,
a lot less cramped.
yeah. But I mean, again, the idea of having the store.
Right.
Again, there is no comic book stores in El Dorado, which is where they shoot the show.
No.
So, I mean, again, we talked about this earlier. It was brought up. Again, the whole idea is about making the cave, making it more accessible. But like again, it's you're filling a hole. You're providing a service. It's
Right.
really cool.
If no one knows about this area, I mean, we have a whole Murphy Arts District, so there's a lot of love for the arts here. We have an art center that has regular shows that shows off art, that also puts on plays and different musicals. So there is a love for the arts in this community, but it's just something that the community that needed, because there is back when I was in school, nerds weren't cool. If you read comic books, you weren't cool.
Oh no, I know
And
that.
now-
Oh yeah.
Every time a movie's about to come out, they ask me, well, what's going to happen in the movie? Or why did this happen? Or why did they do this?
Mm-hmm.
Like
we have some sort of control over it.
like we have some control. Now, we read the stories, but I did Nostradamus between me and Uncle Nasty. Nostradamus, the entire WandaVision series.
Oh no, I was kind of doing the same thing. My biggest concern with that series was how everybody just wanted to shit on it immediately, and we're like, "Well, what are they doing? I don't get it." Just watch the show, because again, how many misfires has like the Marvel, cinematic, now the TV stuff? How many misfires have they had?
Not a lot.
None. I don't think they've had a single thing where I was like, no, I'm
Well,
not
the
crazy
second
about
Thor
that.
movie was sort of iffy.
I like the second Thor
is
film.
iffy.
I don't know, dude.
More iffy.
Yeah, I think the first one, I think they progressively got better.
I didn't like Captain Marvel.
I love Captain Marvel.
I like the real Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
Oh, you mean,
Shazam. The-
Barry
Gol-
Bostwick?
Golden Age Captain Marvel. The
I
big
said
red
Barry
cheese.
Bostwick. It wasn't Barry Bostwick. I forget his name.
Barry Batson.
No, the guy who played him on the TV shows who I was thinking of.
Oh, the TV show. Yeah, I know.
I think it was Bostwick, but it wasn't Barry Bostwick.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's like when the shows come out, like Loki came out, and I was talking to a buddy, and he immediately was like, I don't know. It's like, dude, it'll be fine. This is just like you and WandaVision. Just give it the next. And then, of course, I saw the second episode, and I already told him, it's like, you know what? Don't watch the second episode. Wait until the third episode comes out so you can watch the first one, the second one, and the third one. Because I feel like for him, there were too many questions at the end of the second one. And because I'm a Marvel nerd or a movie nerd or, the superhero nerd, I already know where they're going because they've already plastered it all over the place. With the other titles of the movies, they've already told us what they're doing.
Yeah.
So once they were talking about what the problem was in Loki, and they got to what it was, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. I'm super excited. April won't watch those movies. She doesn't like them.
Well, it's not that I don't like them. I wasn't a comic book. Well, okay, I read comic books till I was about 7. And then I read,
Real books.
yeah. I didn't want to say that, but yes.
Yeah, I know. I can say it.
Charlotte's Web and Variety of the Grand Canyon.
But anyway. But yeah, no. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. I can't wait.
I know we've all been enjoying Loki. What do you think of the Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
They did exactly what I thought they were going to do, especially with the whole thing at the very end. when the credits ran for the last episode. I knew that's where they were going, because the whole time they did that show, I'm like, why is this the title of the show? Why is this the title? Because I was actually waiting for it to change, because I don't want to do spoilers like to ruin it for people, but I was waiting for the other name to change too. So it wasn't Winter Soldier anymore. It was Bucky, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, and the show had some great moments to it, and then there were some other moments I'll kind of scratch my head with how it was set up. I felt like they were trying to make the girl that was a terrorist that was killing people likable, and I was like, no, I didn't like when she died. I didn't feel bad at all. I was like, yeah, she killed a bunch of people. So it's some of that pacing was sort of weird, but there was some good moments in the show, especially Bucky showing up to Louisiana and just like lifted engines.
But that was the thing. I really enjoyed all that, because as soon as they cut to him in his like hometown in Louisiana, I was like, babe, look, it's they're in Louisiana. Of course, we're right there, right?
Right.
So yeah. And you could tell that they actually like shot some of it down there. So you're looking at it, you're like, okay, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. April's bad with this too. Like, we'll see a TV show, and what was the show we were watching? One of the NCISs or the Criminal Minds, and every episode they're in a different part of the country doing different.
But not really.
Yeah, they're always in Southern California. It's like,
Somewhere in LA.
yeah, it's like Austin Powers. It's like, oh, here we are in the English, countryside. It looks nothing like Southern California. Every single thing they do on that show is Southern California, and we always just palm tree.
Yep,
Palm tree. Hey, Pasadena. Else, and we just mentioned like where they're at.
Yeah, it's like the spaghetti westerns. They're all in Italy. And
Oh yeah.
it's supposed to be in the West. The desert of Spain. My apologies, Darren. Yes, Sergio Leone.
Doesn't look like the American West.
Right.
And actually, the ghost towns and the towns are still there. They just built them out in that desert. A lot of them are still there.
So, favorite spaghetti western movie? All time. Most of it was Clint Eastwood, but
Yeah, but I was watching those Django movies before the re-release with the Quentin Tarantino movie. I like those. There's there's actually a spaghetti western Zorro film, and it is delightful. It's got like a song in it and everything. It is crazy, and I love that one. We used to watch that in LA on like the Family Film Festival. And that was the same show that would show like the Pippi Longstocking movies. So like I'd tell April, like I would watch all these weird international films because they were cheap. They would bring them in, they would dub them, and they're horrible. They're absolutely unwatchable. Like some of them I will watch now and I'll be like, man, I was easily amused as a child because they're god awful. But yeah, that Zorro one I love it. There's a scene where he's like hopping from like they're not rooftops, but like how they would have like those shades with two sticks in the front. They would be angled to give them and he's just bouncing around and just doing his thing. Oh God, it's horrible. But all the Clint Eastwood movies. I mean, and those are the ones that everybody remembers.
yeah.
I think the one that I really, really, really love is probably Once Upon a Time in the West. I hadn't even seen that one.
I was about to say that.
Oh, that's
my
your favorite?
That's
Okay,
my
cool.
favorite too.
But see, the thing is, I'll talk to people about it, especially if they're younger than me. They find that movie hard to watch, like because they feel like it's too long. It's the setup is too long. Like
Henry Fonda is a bad guy.
Henry Fonda, those eyes.
Yeah.
There's scenes where the camera is just his head. His head is 3 stories high, and his eyes are like 8 feet tall. And you're just looking at that going, holy cow, like, look at that face. There is something about how they lit and shot that film that makes him almost unrecognizable from everything else he's ever done.
And the very beginning, just them just hanging out at the train
Oh,
station.
yeah. Oh, and the noise?
And the noises and all that. And then Charles Bronson gets off the train, harmonica, and they talk about the horses.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it looks like we're one shot. And he goes, no. You brought too many.
Yep, exactly. But the thing is, that's one of the best parts of like explaining that movie. Even today, I know for a fact there's no way they could have gotten away with that movie today. The attention span of these kids is just too short.
Well,
and that
like Bronson, his career was kind of sinking before he went overseas and started making movies. And all of a sudden, like, he just got really big over there. And they have like these really cool old posters of him. And, he just ended up coming back, making more movies here. But if it wasn't for those European movies he did.
Oh, yeah. And then he got hit with Death Wish and, was it 9 Till Midnight or 5 Till Midnight? 10 Till Midnight. I mean, just.
That's a weird one.
It's a weird one, but
yeah.
He would never get it. The guy would kill people naked so they couldn't.
Yeah. And
so
then
oh
no
my
evidence.
God.
Like,
Yeah, that movie's weird.
Because there was no, like, DNA back then.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, that
he
movie's
would just
weird.
kill people naked.
That was weird. But
and
yeah.
And he's screaming in the street, like, you can't do anything to me. There's no evidence. And he's like, he just shoots him.
yeah, just okay.
But yeah, no, I do. That was one of my favorite, and that was a movie that I wasn't even exposed to as a kid. I think my buddy, we were just talking about stuff, and we may have been talking about like Sergio Leone, and so I mentioned the regulars, all the Clint Eastwood ones,
I'm surprised your dad didn't like all those movies.
No, he did. He loved those
did he?
movies, but like the thing is, there was no video recorders back in the day. We didn't have videotapes to like watch any movie we wanted. We just watched what would come on TV, and just like the Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz came on once a year at Easter, and if you missed it, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
That was it. And so, like all the movies my father liked were like the war movies, the John Wayne movies, all of them, but not just the war, but the Cowboys, and they would just come on, and if you didn't watch them when they came on, you just didn't see them. So like that movie, I think, was definitely a bigger movie than our local television channel would want to spend to like run it.
Right.
So that we never saw that. Like I said, we would see Pippi Longstocking like 3 times a year because it was cheap and it was horrible. But I mean, I still love it. But it's.
He liked Pippi Longstocking.
I do.
He's kind of talking all around that.
No, I admit it. I do. I love those movies, but like, I don't know if I could show them to somebody and go, hey, you want to see something cool, and then have them watch it, and then have them go, like, are you mentally damaged or something? Like, what's wrong with you? Because it's weird to sit there and say, I love these movies. I do love them, but they're not great films,
Right.
But
the
I do.
original Pippi Longstockings were all done in Sweden.
Yeah. But I do love them. I do love them. So what brought up that?
I don't know.
Okay. No, it's a,
Trinity movies. You guys ever seen the Trinity movies?
The Trinity movies.
yeah. They call me Trinity.
Yeah, we slapped the guy in the bar.
Yeah. Isn't that the same guy who played Django?
I think so.
Yeah. Same guy who played Django.
We're making an ice cream run.
Ice cream run?
So we're making an ice cream run. What kind of ice cream you want?
I don't need ice cream. That will just make me sick.
Everyone needs ice cream.
I know. I can't.
Where do you
It'll
go?
make me sick.
Who wants ice cream?
Since it's right there.
Well, I am into Sonic slushes. I'll have an orange slush. Yeah. What about you, Tone?
I don't want ice cream. It'll make me sick.
No, you don't have to have ice cream.
Gabe, do you want to get up here and talk about your
Oh,
store?
he's going to Sonic.
Yes, you can get a slush. You can get a.
We'll talk about your plan. What's your plan, Gabe? What is your plan?
Oh,
You have a plan.
I guess just
Yes, you
regular
do.
large.
What's your plan?
An orange slush would be awesome.
flooring
You
in
want
the store part,
Huh?
and in the
You want
studio
orange?
part,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want carpet.
Brandon,
That's
what do
my
you want?
You going to Sonic?
Yeah.
Uh,
Not a cheeseburger and
ice cream.
sandwich,
I go
Here,
Reese's.
we got you here. You
Reese's.
leaving.
Let's get a Reese's ice cream.
That's what we should have put on Brandon's. Murdoch, I'm coming for you. And on the back, have a sandwich, called Murdoch. That'd been funny. Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Gonna grab the microphone.
What'd you get? What'd you want?
You want a
Reese's. Reese's.
Yeah, what do you want?
chick phone?
Oh, he just sent it to you.
Oreo chocolate hand mixed.
Oh, that was very specific.
Yes.
I remember what it is.
Hand mixed, not slurred.
What do you guys
Dun,
want?
dun, 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 dun.
We should have had a giveaway where we'll Uber eat somebody some ice cream.
We'll use our Domino's app and send you Domino's from your nearest pizza place.
We should have set that up.
I remember when Facebook started, like I remember seeing people put posts up like, "Can someone bring me pie?" And you're like,
Yo, mama.
why are you asking somebody to bring you? Like, I would never want anybody to bring me like food. Like, if I didn't know them. I remember one of my first cons. I used to be a really, really, really big guy, so like I could definitely tear down some food. But I remember these people showed up. I didn't know them, but they came over. They wanted me to sign all the books, and they brought me this giant bag of tamales, and they smelled so good. But I didn't know these people, so the whole time I'm, oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's very kind of you. And I took them, I put them on their table. It's like I wasn't gonna eat them. I don't know these people. I didn't know what they were gonna like. What if it was a joke?
Well, speaking of bringing food to people, I have a story, an interesting story about it.
Cool.
A con several years ago. So Neil Adams, I go to my first con in Dallas, and Neil Adams was there, and I go up to him, and he must have been a bad day or something. He was not nice to me, and.
It's amazing
So
how many bad days he might have.
It kind of bummed me out.
Yeah, no, I
he's
get
such
you.
a iconic
Yeah,
artist.
no, I get you.
And then I saw somebody online was telling me, yeah, just bring him like a box of donuts. He'll love you. I'm like, oh, okay. And then like I was like, I don't care. I don't give a crap. So the next time I went to a con and saw him, I brought him a box of donuts, and he was all about it.
Oh,
He was
okay,
all
well,
about it.
cool.
He was all about it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So interesting story. Just bring him a big box of donuts.
Don't bring me a big box of donuts
No.
because I won't touch it unless I know you. I'm not
If
gonna
you're
do
from the
it.
local area, bring us a big box of Spud Nuts.
Just bring the donuts home. They'll
Oh.
be eaten. You know that.
Spud Nuts? Yeah.
I like Spud Nuts.
Yeah. Bring us Spud Nuts.
What's a Spud Nuts?
Oh, we're gonna have to fix that.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to fix that.
A Spud Nut is a donut made out of potato flour,
Oh, well, I like that.
but they're delicious.
Oh, okay. Well, right on.
Better than regular.
There's only a limited number of places that actually make.
2, I think, in the U.S.
There's a few more, unless they shut down recently. There's a website that lists all the ones that do it. There's not many.
like ours.
There ain't many.
What's the name of that place in Fresno? Is it Voodoo Donuts?
No, Psycho Donuts.
Psycho Donuts. Oh my God, y'all.
Yeah.
This place.
Oh my lord.
They have the people that
You got to
work
get on mic.
behind there.
You got to get on mic
Okay.
because he can't hear you.
All right.
Actually,
Huh?
they can, but yeah, you can get them.
Okay, I'll get closer. All right, hold it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so Psycho Donuts, it's in Fresno, right?
No, it's in
No?
Stockton.
Stockton. Okay.
No, San Jose. Forgive me.
Okay.
San Jose,
it's
we're done.
It's in Northern California.
Straight out of
okay?
Compton.
Right, straight, almost close to Compton. So anyway, yeah, the people that like work in there dress up like nurses. You know, they're like medics, and the donuts are just insane. They'll have like a regular donut, and then they'll put like Captain Crunch on top of it, and different. So it's just crazy. And then what else do they do? Don't they have like a movie theater behind there?
Yeah, it's in a movie theater.
Yeah,
like
or you can go in and
you
watch
can
a
go
movie.
and watch a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, with your donuts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're really good.
Donuts.
They're amazing.
yeah.
But that was like one of my favorite things to do. We'd go to that show in San Jose, and the donut place is right there, and you know, you'd go ahead and you'd spend all day at the show, and you're hanging out with your friends and their kids, and you love their kids, but they're really annoying. So then after a
You're
little
not
while.
mentioning names, though.
No, I'm not gonna mention any names. But I mean, I was trying. See, now I have to kind of not mention names. But it's not that the kids were annoying. They're children, and the parents were annoying. So what I did is, I'd start loading up the kid with Psycho Donuts.
The one in San Jose is closing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And so we would just load them up with donuts and sugar. And so, you want another soda? Yeah. Let's give them another soda. So by the time we'd wrap up our night, you know, for doing the show, all of a sudden they got to deal with their kids spinning around the hotel room. That was always fun.
Yeah, it says the Bay Area, so.
Yeah, there's probably more than one. Yeah, that place is good.
Oh,
It's like Sasquatch is coming along there.
there's
Yeah,
pictures, some of their
So yeah, new dates for movies. We were talking about some movies earlier. They finally got Black Widow. She's got a date of like next month.
You know, it's weird because I almost don't care anymore. It's got delayed so much
Yeah.
that I almost like, do I want?
But you know you want to see it.
Am I going to wait for it to come out on Disney Plus?
You have to wait to see it when it comes out. Again, you're not going to see it.
Don't wait on it, but whenever it comes out, watch it.
Yeah, let's go to the theaters.
Don't be waiting on it, but just when it comes out, just
It's just
watch it.
like I didn't feel like there was a reason to. They've come out with other stuff.
Well, look at this is the reason why, in my opinion, it got held off so much, because they want it to have a spectacular opening. They want it to have all those people in theaters, and with limited openings for these theaters, they can't have that. So if they were to put this movie out, the numbers would make it look like it was a flop. Because COVID or not, the bankers are just going to look at the numbers. And if, at this point, if they opened it with minimal opening, the numbers for this movie would probably be worse than the Harley Quinn movie. And people hated that movie.
Well, the Birds of Prey was terrible.
But that's what I'm saying. And I know this movie is going to be brilliant because, like I said earlier, Marvel has not had a misstep, in my opinion. I know a lot of people aren't, like you mentioned, Captain Marvel and a few other things. I don't think there's been a misstep. I think they're just getting better. I don't think they want to have the first movie with a female lead. Well, I guess Captain Marvel was the first one. But Natasha.
It should have been Black Widow.
But yeah, I agree. And they don't want that movie to have worse numbers than Birds of Prey.
Right.
So they had to hold off on it. They just couldn't do it.
I think DC should come out with a Power Girl movie.
But okay, this is the problem with a
be
Power
funny.
Girl thing. If you're really being honest about it, you're going to be disappointed with the costume regardless of what it looks like.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're going to be whining that the boobs aren't big enough, the window in her top isn't big enough, or she's too this or she's too that. Look, just be happy the movie's coming out. Like I said, I watched a Batman movie with George Clooney in it. I thought George Clooney was great. The movie was horrible, but I loved it.
It was like the Shazam movie. People were complaining about the costume for Shazam.
The
when
new
they saw
one.
the behind the pictures.
Uh-huh.
And they updated the costume for the movie that they're making now.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was fine. He's the big red cheese. It's supposed to look like that.
Good.
Yeah, it
There
looked
was
great.
something wrong with it.
No, but people online were like, "Oh, that looks horrible."
What was wrong with it? What did they think
Nothing.
was wrong with it?
They thought it looked cheesy. I'm like, his nickname is literally the big red cheese.
People just want a reason to complain. I mean, that's really what it all ends up with. People just want to complain. So fine, let them complain. I just realized I should probably put this underneath it. Yeah.
You
So
got Black Adam coming.
is that a separate movie, or is he going to be
It's
in
going to be a
Captain Marvel?
separate movie. They are filming it right now, from what I understand.
I don't know. I mean, I like The Rock. I mean, I can't wait to see him in it. But why wouldn't he make his first appearance in a Shazam movie?
I was hoping for that at the end, but instead they got the worm.
Oh, that was cool though.
Yeah, that was cool, but they're not going to do anything with him.
I think they know what they're doing more with Shazam than they did with the Justice League.
The Snyder Cut was okay.
Haven't seen it. And it's not because I don't want to see it. It's just we moved, and our internet is garbage.
All right, Gabe, why don't you come and take over? Talk about the store. It has your name on it. It
I
has
don't
your
have
name
a
on it.
plan.
No,
I
let's
don't
go,
have
Gabe.
a plan.
There you go. There you go, Gabe. Go ahead, Gabe.
Okay. Whatever. Dad has the idea that I have a plan when it's mostly his. I wanted to do, you have to do carpet in a studio because soundproofing, and then I wanted wood floors for the store part. That's my only plan.
That's
it.
cool. Again, it's
Yeah.
you got to start somewhere.
That was my only plan. That
All
was
right.
it. That was his plan.
Well, this is the thing.
So he wants to have a bar in the lounge, and then also have Darren's table that he never got out of here.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna go in there. We're gonna have 2 chairs from our office here, and then have a couch in there. Like,
What about a VIP lounge?
I don't think we're having that. Just
The
just the
lounge will be
lounge.
the VIP lounge.
Well, I got a question. Again, this isn't even like a suggestion or just curious. What kind of stuff are you interested in dealing with in the shop? Because again, I don't want to say you're all over the place, but I like the fact that you've got a bunch of things that you're interested in. You're into your own like commissions, your own drawings, your own stuff, the statues. Like, what are you most thinking about? Like going, oh, this is going to be cool. I'd like to see this in the shop.
I guess comics, because it's a comic shop.
Yeah, yeah.
I know we'll have a section that has mostly action figures,
Uh-huh.
because it's like the store's basically 2 parts. It's technically 2 stores is what the building was, and they rented them out.
Mhm.
I believe they did. And what we're planning on doing is putting a hole in the wall, and then there's going to be one big shop. One side's going to have mostly comics, and then the counter and the register and stuff, and then one side's going to have a lot of action figures and other stuff.
Mhm.
I know we'll have a lot of from the lounge over. It has built-in shelving, so we'll have like our statues on display. I believe we're gonna throw a window that's gonna look into the recording room, which I don't know if you'll be able to see that from the shop itself,
Mhm.
but it'll be visible from the lounge, which I don't know if that's open to customers. I think that's for artists and guests on the show, but the lounge. We have not discussed that fully yet. I don't know.
Well, the cool thing about stuff like that is I
don't-
think it's kind of neat because again, we used to have a shop that we used to work in LA, and I think a lot of the planning that we went into it, we did the same thing. We just want this, we just want that. We'd like this, we'd like that, and so until you actually like figure things out, like just because you have an idea that you want to put something over here, you want to put something over here, once you get in the room and you start actually putting things in, you're like, well, maybe this isn't going to go here, maybe this isn't going to go there. Yeah.
Yeah. Which ripping the carpet out, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. Totally. And cutting open a wall. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Well, no, but that's the
it'll
thing.
be- it won't be open for a while.
Oh no, I get you.
And Dad wants to do it in parts, which we're still kind of iffy about, me and Darren, because stresses Darren out to do it in parts, because when you do something in parts, the 2 don't mesh together as well.
I understand.
So like everything will be just kind of slightly off. There will be just lines that aren't right because they're done in parts. And if you do it all at once, it costs a lot more money all at once. So there's that to consider. Which I think Dad just is gonna say, do it all at once or do it in parts. So don't know.
I just think the interesting thing is the idea of actually having it, because I've talked to your dad about, having to get comic books. He used to have to go all the way out to Shreveport
Yeah.
to get his books. He was going to another place out in Texas to get his books.
Texarkana too.
Yeah, Texarkana. There you go. So, my God, I mean, finally having a shop here in town is a big deal.
Yeah. And I know there is D&D groups here, so that will probably, maybe, I don't know for sure. We might have supplies for that, so that'll be a big help for a lot of people here that are looking for D&D supplies and other games. I don't know if we'll actually have a game room.
Uh-huh.
We're still talking about that too.
Mhm.
We're thinking about having one, but the issue is then we're trying to decide on everything that we're gonna have in the store.
Yeah, yeah.
We know that we're gonna have the studio there and the store there, and then we're trying to decide on what the technically 4th room, but it's just gonna be a 3rd eventually.
Mhm.
But it's in a great spot for us because it's honestly really close. It's in town.
Yeah.
It's on one of the main busy roads. So
Mhm. And I like the spot. The spot's a
be
nice
visible.
place.
still got to talk about painting the building and stuff. We know what we're painting the inside, but painting the outside, we got some ideas on how that's gonna look really cool. I know they want to do something with the flower boxes outside. I don't know if they want to put bushes or what, tall. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
We're still discussing everything. So
Well, let me just say this. You definitely are coming in like before anything gets like put in stone. You should definitely make sure that if there's anything that you're like totally interested in, you make sure that you get it in there now, because the thing is, once the store opens up and you realize that this doesn't work or that doesn't work, some things might not work because you haven't put any thought into it, or you haven't given it the kind of thought that it actually needs. I remember when we were doing the shop in LA, you're too young to know this, but back in the old days, man, they would just send us stuff like to go ahead and put in the store, and we had an opportunity to say no, like no, we're not going to do that. So we didn't, and so we ended up with like stuff like Pogs, and let me tell you, stuff like that just killed business. It was great for like a week, but after all those kids went back to school and the regular fans were coming in, it's like nobody wanted that stuff. I mean, sometimes you can buy a collection and there'll be a box of Pogs in there and a bunch of Slammers, and it's kind of neat to kind of say, holy cow, look at that. Like I still, again, we were drawing Spawn earlier. It's like I still have like my Spawn Slammer. I only have it because, I thought it was cool. It's a big coin, looking thing. But my God, Pogs? Holy cow.
So I had a friend messaging me a minute ago, and he was like, wait, he co-founded Futurama. I was like, I think he worked on the comic.
Yeah.
It's I don't think he worked on the show directly.
Well, but that's the things. People will assume things. They'll see the banner behind me and they'll be like, oh, so you're the voice of Bender.
What?
And I look behind me. It's like, where does it say I'm the voice of Bender on my banner? It's like it just has a picture of Bender on it.
Yeah. You drew him.
Yeah, people come up with a lot of assumptions.
Yeah.
They just do. And my job at that point is to explain to them so that I can let them know and prevent them from going to other people later on and going, oh, I met the guy from blah, 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 and be totally wrong about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't help it. Sometimes you just do it.
Either way, I was like, I don't know what else he's worked on. So I looked up your wiki page. Have you ever looked up your wiki page?
I'm gonna say no. I don't know if I have or if I've done it recently enough. Why would you find on my wiki page?
Well, I mean, it just starts off telling you about your history and stuff. Like, you worked as a chef, right?
No.
That's what it says.
Okay,
it says you worked as a chef and then something else.
This is a tough one because I
Is
actually.
It your cards again that did this?
Yeah, no, impartial. I did have a job where I was a grill cook, and I started as a grill cook right out of high school, and so I was doing that. Yeah, before I got into comic books. And so at one point, the guy who, again, we didn't have a chef, but he became the chef.
Yeah.
And then one day he decided he was going to get too drunk to come to work, and he continued to do that for about 3 weeks. So then they needed somebody to take over that job. And it was hardly like a chef job, but that was the title. So yeah, I took over the job, which meant I was their chef.
Either way, that's on your wiki page.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know that.
Well, that's on your wiki page. Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
But it says something about burger flipper and burrito maker is what it says. I was like,
wow, that sounds like some sort of racist shit right there. A burrito flipper? What the hell? No, wait, a burrito maker, not a burger flipper. Okay, all right.
I can make burritos. That's
Yeah,
not racist.
all right.
All right, Brendan here. We're going to pan over some blank comics in case you're interested in a commission. Prices of commissions are in the description, plus payment information. We'll kind of scan across here. We've got a variety of blanks, plus we have a stack. If there's anything that you want that you don't see on this table, this is just some of the popular stuff. We got everything from X-Men to Walking Dead, Batman, Star Wars, anything you can probably think of. If you can dream it, he can do it. Maybe get a blank black Batman Detective Comics 1000. That'd be really cool. There's an Aliens comic over there. Spawn would be cool. I know we have a Batman Catwoman. If you want to do something a little more risque, in light of the recent controversy. Don't worry about it, Gabe. Don't worry about it. But we've got a variety of comics. Definitely hit us up and we get you set up. He's very quick, and we are very quick to ship. Plus, you get a free COA. Back to you, Gabe.
I'm showing him his wiki page because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are on here that are kind of funny, but one of the things that they actually got right was my birth date, which I'm kind of surprised at because somebody thought it would be funny to put my birthday because it's 3/6/68. So they were filling out paperwork for me, and they thought it'd be funny to make it 3/6/66. So it was 666, which makes me 2 years older than I am. Which, you know, when you're getting old, you don't want to be older. When you're a kid, you want to be older, but when you get older, you're like, I don't want. It's 2 years. I want my 2 years back.
Was any of that right?
It
just seems like it partially.
Yeah, some of it is from a trading card that I wrote, and I can explain that. I know I've explained it here before, but you know some of the people aren't from before.
Yeah.
But I did I used to do trading cards, and on the trading cards they required me to fill out a bio, and so I did a couple sets, and then when the second set was ready to come out, they said, "Oh, we need a new bio," and I'm like, "No, you just got a bio." It's like, yeah, it's the same thing. Nothing's happened. It's only been 6 months. So they're like, "No, you don't understand. They would just like a new bio. If you could do that, that would be great." So me being defiant, I went ahead and got pissy, and so I wrote a bio that was full of shit. I literally went ahead and said something to the effect of, that one said, at the age of 6, I painted fences for Better Homes and Gardens. Total lie. I did write that on one of my cards because I just thought that was funny. Like, what a stupid job. Like, Better Homes and Gardens actually hired a 6-year-old kid to paint fences for them so that they could take pictures of a fence. Oh, look at this fence. It's really nice.
It just needs to be painted.
Yeah. So yeah, that was from a trading card, but that's the thing. That's the amazing thing. That I did that trading card 17 years ago, 20 years. Oh my God, 20 years ago, and it's still on my Wikipedia page. And even if I tried to change it, which I never would, I don't care. It's just funny to have something like that kind of like still floating around. That's just total bullshit. It's just funny. The other one was I was a masked wrestler. Like I fell into comic books after I was wrestling in Mexico under a mask. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. I do get people who do come up and they'll be like, "Hey, I heard you used to wrestle." And it's like, no.
Just imagine having to do an actual interview where somebody did a bunch of research on you and actually thought all of it was real. They're like, "You live such a life."
Oh, no, but that's the thing.
That's when he'd say it's true.
Well, but now I'm at a
And
point where
a wrestler mask.
I definitely want to keep the lie going because I think it's funny. But the thing is, I tell people all the time, it's like I don't lie. Like I don't tell lies. Like
But you don't lie
Unless it's to a company.
Well, but it was ironic. I was doing it on purpose because it was the second time I had done that.
Yeah.
And I think I told this to you guys too. The first time I had ever written something up that was so ridiculous, I was in an accident at work, and everybody saw what happened. But then they asked me to write up a report on it, and I used to work at the airport. And so when I wrote up what happened was we were in one of those electric carts. Mm-hmm. We were driving up to the port where you pull up and you charge it and everything. There's a tree in front of there, and the guy who was behind the wheel, I wasn't in the driving seat. I was in the back seat. He, instead of hitting the brake, hit the accelerator. And so it sped up, because he was pulling up to the stop, and he hit the accelerator. We kept going, and then we hit the tree. I then went over the top and landed in the front seat. And so, I wasn't hurt, but they still had me fill out this report. And because everybody had saw what happened, I was annoyed that I had to write it, so I wrote up when he got to the part where he pulled up to the tree, to the port to plug it in, that the tree jumped out in front of us. And they were not amused. They told me I had to rewrite it, so I had to rewrite it. So in the back of my head, I had that going for years. Like I just hated.
Yeah,
I was I was defiant because everybody saw it. So that's when I did it. But because it got such a weird response, I just did it every time they did it, because they would every 6 months they would ask for a new bio, and I was just annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And I was, and again, I wasn't trying to be like, some sort of weird, oh, why do I have to do this? I was trying to be funny, and yeah, one of them says I got kicked out of Disneyland because I tried to scale the south side of.
Who said that?
What?
Who said that?
Said what?
That you were thrown out of Disneyland because you were.
One of my bios. I wasn't finished telling the story.
I know, but.
One of my bios, I wrote up saying that I was kicked out of Disneyland because I was caught trying to scale the south side of Space Mountain.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that's in one of my bios. Because I think it's funny and, totally untrue.
I'm going to get you a wrestler's mask.
All right.
Maybe.
Don't you still have one?
I do. I actually have a real mask from La Parca.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I like
Maybe
it.
some climbing tools then?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's just some dopey stuff. Like, again, I just think it's funny that stuff like that is still kind of floating around.
Well, we should take pictures of you, like, in those scenarios, supposedly,
Yeah,
and put the pictures up with the story.
gotcha.
So, aren't you doing like an art book?
We're trying to do an art book. I am super behind on it.
In like one of the back pages, you need to have just doodles of what you wrote in your bios, like the tree jumping out in front of you.
Well,
That'd be funny.
the thing is, I have the trading cards still. So, like, I mean, because when we did these sets, I kept them. So I have a couple cards that I have the bullshit bios in it. So yeah, so I'll just run a page where we just blow them up really big so people can see them, because I think it's funny. Like I said, it's like if something's funny, I'll joke around or kid. Again, I know it's lying, but I mean I'll joke for a joke.
It makes for great interviews.
Well, as long as people think it's funny. I mean, again, it's not like I'm, what was it, Barris from the Gong Show. Chuck Barris. He wrote a book claiming he used to be a spy for the CIA. Yeah, and he wrote it in the tone that it was real. Like, it was all real. George Clooney directed the movie. There's a movie about George Barris, and I don't know the name of the movie, but it's got Sam Rockwell in it. So if you IMDb Sam Rockwell, he's playing George Barris? Not George Barris. You just said his name.
Yeah, Chuck.
Chuck Barris. And it tells this fictitious story about how he's a government CIA agent. It's amazing. It's an amazing film.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know what The Gong Show is?
Not at all.
Oh, God, you'd love it. It's horrible.
Yeah, it was a show, like, what, in the 80s, maybe?
70s.
And people would come on there and just do the craziest stuff, and they would have, like, a couple celebrities there and this big gong, and if whatever these people were doing was really bad, one of them would hit the gong.
I might have seen clips of that.
Okay.
Show.
And they redid it with Mike Myers as the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. We watched it. But yeah, so stuff like that's funny, I guess.
Have we got commissions?
I got this one. And again, this is the other thing. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, we're just killing time. We're just hanging out. Again, I told people this before. I just like hanging out with these guys. If we were just hanging out, just talking and bullshitting, we'd do this all day long.
Ice cream. Brennan, what'd you get?
Reese's.
What Reese's like?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Reese's ice cream.
You got a shelf right below you.
I do.
I told him I wanted all the Reese's. Now, when I say that sounds like I'm saying I just want a lot of Reese's. But what I actually said was, I want all the Reese's.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
That's my favorite, too, when I go to Dairy Queen.
Thank you.
What do they call them? A Blizzard. I get Reese's peanut butter cup. But when you
Wait, Tone, I thought you said you didn't need anything.
What was that?
these are the best, these slushes, because they're just like these little teeny tiny ice pellets that roll across your tongue. They're awesome. They're like, yeah, whatever, we're having ice cream.
Sorry, bud.
Want this? I'll trade you this for a spoon.
Thank you. Mine's more runny.
What's that? Oh, chicken.
We have chicken. I'm eating chicken.
Yeah, we had to have some kind of lunch. We did start this at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Marty.
So anyway,
Anywho,
so what about you in the store?
Brendan here. I'm excited about the store. I'm sort of excited to get to show people in this community they've never seen before a comic shop. Cards and collectibles.
See, my thing is, we were talking earlier, I like toys. I don't necessarily buy a lot of toys, but I like toys. So I like seeing them. I like people when they put them up.
I'm sure we'll have a variety of toys, Funko Pops, maybe some statues. We'll have some cards. Are we going to do sports cards? Are we going to do sports cards?
I was gonna say something about you liking toys. See how appropriate it is. So,
Yeah, he likes Micronauts.
he does like my,
He likes Micronauts.
I do know that. But just to say that, yes, Tone does like toys. When he first got married, he had like, I don't know what this doll was.
It's Han Solo.
It wasn't Han Solo, wasn't it something else before that? That was like falling apart? It was on his nightstand, and he would play with it.
Han Solo.
And I'm going, wow.
That seems appropriate to me. That's fine.
So even after you get married, you're gonna have toys on your nightstand? No.
He needed a little
might.
extra TLC.
Y'all got toys on your nightstand?
Hmm?
Y'all got toys on your nightstand?
No.
I don't even have a nightstand
When I married him, he had this toy, and
and a nightstand.
I'd wake up and I'd look over, and he would just be like moving its arms and, you know, entertaining.
Hey,
himself.
Tone. Yes, Han Solo. You're the best. Yes, I am. Thank you
So
very
like
much.
April.
Hey, you know, April, she's a real pain in the butt.
Wow. That probably was what you guys were talking
we got to
about.
get rid of her.
What do you usually sell those pops for?
These ones?
What do you usually sell them for?
Once they got a mark on them, they're like 50, 60 bucks. Because I'd do the remarks like 40 bucks.
Okay.
So yeah.
50.
So yeah, 50, 60, depending on what it is. Yeah, April, she's a real pill. Yeah, you got it, Han.
Okay. And you know how much I love Star Wars.
Yeah,
Right
Han,
to the heart.
yeah, Han was real shit. He's a real piece of shit.
Piece of work. Falling apart. Wasn't it like, wasn't he missing an arm? And
No, his costume was just falling apart.
some
He
stuff
just
going on
he
there.
needed some help. We eventually gave up on him.
Well, I think after we moved from there, he disappeared.
Yeah, like he was a part of that Phoenix disappearance of figures. Want to hear another funny story
Oh, I
about
know
toys?
what- wait.
She knows exactly. No,
I know-
don't even. No, don't even get it because you know what story it is.
Yes, I do.
We're gonna have a yard sale. We needed to get rid of some
And this
stuff.
was in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so yeah, we're in LA. So I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I got this giant tub of toys. We should go ahead and probably just get rid of them. We'll put
When
them in
he
the
says
yard
giant
sale.
tub,
It was one of the
it
big.
was huge.
Gabe, you could have climbed into it. That's one of those
Yeah.
size tubs.
With the lid.
And so I just picked up the tub to go ahead and do this. So I get it out there and I put it out and I put a little thing of, I put the lid up and stuff so people can see what it is. But then as soon as I set it up, I go inside to go grab another box because I'm like setting up as people are showing up. And so by the time I come in with a second trip of boxes or whatever, April turns to me and she immediately goes, "Oh my God, I just saw those toys." And I'm like, "What toys did you sell?" "That whole tub. I sold that whole tub." I'm like, "Oh my God, really? Somebody paid for the whole tub?" And in my head, I'm like, $3 a pop. There's like 100 and something toys in there. It's like, this is going to be amazing. I said, "Oh my God, what did you get for it?" And she said, "I got $20 for it." And I just immediately was like, I paid $15 for the tub.
He was so mad at me, and I was like, "Oh, this old man came up and wanted them for his kids, and I just told him $10 for the whole tub." And he was telling me like $10 for each action figure. Like, oh, okay. Oh well.
It had all those really good Hulk Hogan ones in there too.
Live and learn.
It's fine.
You know what? Some kids probably.
I hope
enjoy
so.
those.
I hope so.
Mhm.
So,
Take over?
yeah, come on over. We have a good time.
Yeah, because now we can maybe switch to like, bash April Day.
No, we're not bashing on April.
The last like 2-3 stories.
Murdoch.
April. Bad.
Murdoch.
Are you all done? That was quick.
My
Oh.
truck. I dropped my truck off.
Oh,
Liz,
gotcha.
Liz come and got me.
Okay.
I did get to drive the Mustang Mach E. While
Oh,
I was up there
okay.
waiting on Liz. It's interesting because I've never driven an electric car before.
Oh, okay, good.
So like,
How different is it?
it's very different because when it cranks, it doesn't crank. It
Yeah,
just
you-
starts.
Right.
And it doesn't even. There's no noise.
Yeah.
Like you would think that even
That's
like
kinda cool though.
like I stomped on it. I got on it pretty good, and you would think that it would make some kind of noise, maybe like what a supercharger sounds is like when it's whining or whatever. But it doesn't make any noise, and it just moves. I mean, it's pretty quick.
And then how long can you go before you have to recharge it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
said
fast.
it was like 50% battery life. What it said left on it, and it had 145 miles on there.
Well, interesting.
Man, imagine going
Now,
across the
back to
pond desert.
comics.
Oh snap!
Oh, okay.
What you're saying?
He done bit off more he could chew with Savage Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Go home, Squatch. You're drunk. So how many's done got since I've been gone?
This is the one. It's fine. Again, I tell people all the time, this is us hanging out. That's all this is about.
Yeah.
I'd do this if I didn't have to do this.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could sell some more?
I've got like buyer's itch though when I'm watching stuff like this. Like I can't be at the house because if I have some money, I'm finna be like, I want one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got another one in here from.
I want one. I want one.
My favorite is like when he's at a show, he's got his portfolios out, People are walking by, they're like seeing what he's doing, they're looking through the portfolios. And this is usually guys from about 12 to about, 30?
Sure.
I was gonna say 25, but 30. They'll look at the commissions. They'll look at what Tone's doing. They'll look at Tone. They'll look back down at the commissions. Hey, did you do these? Tone goes, yeah. He's like, that's why I'm sitting here and have my portfolios out there, because I did those. Oh man, you're really good. Thanks.
You should be a comic book artist, Tom.
Yeah, you
But
should.
that's the thing. It's like people I don't think they're trying to be weird or rude. It's just they're not processing, because again, my portfolio is like all over the place. It's got a little bit of this, it's got a little bit of that. It's what it is. So I think people when they see things that don't look like they go together, they start putting things together in their own head.
Well, I always feel like when people when I do something and they post a picture of something I built and they're like, "Did you build that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like they looked at me and they're like, "There's no way that guy."
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
we know this cat, and we
There's no way.
yeah, that looks competent.
One time we went to Gene Simmons' office, and
The Kiss Gene Simmons office?
the Kiss Gene Simmons, and
Yeah.
his
That was exciting.
I bet.
his office manager was there, and Tone was taking some. I guess were they commissions?
No, artwork.
Artwork.
Yeah.
So we went over there
To pick
and
up a check.
Handed him, yeah, he handed him to her. This lady's probably in her 40s, right? She takes it, she like pulls it out, looks at one of them, she goes, "You did these?" "Yes." "And I need them to get to Gene Paul."
I just need my money is
And
what I
then-
really
well, that's
wanted.
you.
That's all I
Yeah,
wanted.
well, I won't talk because since we're on.
Oh no, that's fine. I've
Gene.
told no, and it's not Gene's fault because the thing is we had worked it out in advance with
Mean
the
Gene.
publisher. I was supposed to go there. They knew I was coming. They were supposed to have a check waiting for me.
Yep.
And so I get there, and the young lady was like, "Oh well, we'll get the check to you in
Yeah, Gene
3 or
and
4
Paul are
weeks."
Japan.
They got to sign the check, and I said, "Look, I don't need another autograph. I just need my money." And I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but the reason why I had made this arrangement is because if I had done it through the comic book company, I would have had to have mailed the artwork to San Diego. Then from San Diego, they would have had to have put in a package and mailed it to Hollywood. I lived in North Hollywood. It's like I can just walk this over
Yeah,
there.
just-
Yeah. So yeah, that was weird. And then, like I said, I was being a smart ass when I said I don't need another autograph.
Do you think people pay with checks sometimes that are famous like that?
Gene does it all the time.
Mhm.
Pays with a check.
Guaranteeing.
Knowing full well that people probably won't. But he'll buy like a $5 this, a $10 this, a $20 this, or he'll buy like old comic books. I think I mentioned it to you before. Like he'll find some old comic books and hey, I can't mind if I buy it with a check. And immediately they're, oh yeah. And so he'll write out a check for like $200. And with the idea that there's a 50-50 chance that they won't even cash this check because they'd rather have Gene Simmons' autograph.
Right.
It's all right, whatever, dude. It's pretty smart.
I'm gonna start paying with checks.
It's sad too, because like that, Kiss is Tone's favorite band of all time, and then Gene's got to be some. And it's been a jerk to him.
It's fine. It's what it is. I'm better with it.
Tell him how many times you've seen Kiss, Tone.
Too many times. I don't even know now. I've lost track.
How many times have you seen the Rolling Stones?
Once.
He's seen Kiss more than he's been kissed.
Aww.
Oh
Wah,
snap!
wah, wah. Marty just shat on me. Marty just shat on me. Thought he was my buddy, but I was wrong. Marty just shat on
Kiss
me.
one time, and we were in Arizona, and there were some guys in front of us that were just like hammered, and they were talking to each other, and one of them's like, "Man, how many times have you seen Kiss, bro?" He's like, "Man, I've seen him like 12 times." And Tone like leans up and goes, 29 times.
I don't think I did. I think she did it for me.
No, you did it. It was pretty funny.
29 times.
Oh yeah, I was easily at that point.
I haven't even been to 29 concerts.
I've been to 29 concerts, but I can't imagine seeing the same band 29 times.
I can't either.
There gets to a point to where I feel like there's like, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm with you on that. I know what you're talking about at this point. You're talking about like there's nothing they're gonna do that I haven't already seen.
Right.
But that's
And they're getting older, so they're not as.
but that's the problem. I went and I saw a bunch of the Kiss shows, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be my last chance. I gotta go see them. And they were part of that farewell shows,
Right.
not the end of the road, the farewell. And as much as I love Kiss, they were horrible shows because it was Peter Criss and Ace Frehley with Paul and Gene. And it wasn't that Ace Frehley was specifically horrible or Peter Criss was specifically horrible. The combination, they were just horrible. The Kiss, Ace, Gene, Paul, they were horrible. And there was no love, there was no life in it. And I went to all these shows and I was just miserable. And so like when they did the farewell thing, I was like, all right, well, we're done. And then they came back out with Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. And so I was like, oh, no, we're done. Because we said farewell. So
Yeah,
I was done.
bye.
So I didn't see them on the next tour. But then it had gotten back to me like, they're really good. Like Tommy Thayer is amazing. And Eric Singer is brilliant. And so I was like, oh, shit. Like, maybe I got to like rethink this. So the thing is my buddy bought me tickets to go to a Kiss show. So we went to the show, and it was the best Kiss concert I'd ever been to. And they're older. I mean, and I'm just like, holy cow! It's like they're so good, they're so energized, and they'll tell you themselves that they're just so into it. And then the last time we went to go see Kiss, we saw them the first day, opening day of the Rock the Nation tour, I think is what it was, and they were playing this tiny little place in Tucson. It was a casino, but yeah, but it was nice. It was the best place, and it was the first night, which meant Paul's voice was perfect. Oh my God, it was great. Best show I'd ever seen them at, and I was super excited. It's like, this is great. This is awesome. That was the show with the drunk people. I think the drunk people were the guys who dropped the pick.
They were them.
Yeah, because April says, "Hey, what's that down there?" And I look down. I'm like,
I think it hit
"Boop!"
that one
I
guy.
picked
and
it up.
bounced off.
It was a pick. No, I think he'd gotten it from the meet and greet or something. Before. We were way in the back. There's no way somebody threw a
Those
pick
guys
that
were
far.
toasted.
They must know
But
I look.
so she's got she has it because she found it, obviously. But you know, it's there somewhere. So she's got this Gene Simmons pick. And of course, normally my move would be like, "Oh, excuse me, you may have dropped this." It's the first time I've ever picked something up and just put it in my pocket and didn't say anything. I felt,
You keep it.
but that's what I'm saying.
It's a concert, Tone. That's,
No,
that's fair play.
no, but we weren't in the front. I think these guys legitimately just dropped it. But the thing is, like I said, if I'm somewhere and somebody drops a wallet or I find a wallet,
Mhm.
I'll pick it up and I'm going to stand right there and I'm going to go out of my way to try to find that person. I'm not going to sit there
that's not a
and
pick.
go back to the car.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We were like, oh, okay, so you know,
Listen,
so no
I
problem.
got escorted out of a System of a Down concert because I went after the drumstick. I got the drumstick, but there
You
was
know, Tone. You know,
there
Tone
was
knows
no
the
way
drummer,
anybody
right?
in that circle was finna come away with that drumstick. Not with me there.
Okay,
That was my
interesting.
drumstick.
Interesting.
You know Tone's friends with their drummer, right?
Really?
Uh huh.
Wow, are you just finding out all sorts of weird
I
shit
am.
about me today?
Yeah, he
Check out
sure
that
is.
comment.
Because you
They
know he's
must
in the
know I'm in
comments.
South Arkansas.
Yeah, like the painted fences.
Oh yeah.
I meant to say original, and it automatically did
Said
oil
oil field. Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it? I thought you.
And yeah, he's told Tone like, hey, if you.
Yeah, whenever you want to go see the show, come
just
on,
let me know.
just
I'll
let
give
it
you
Kate.
tickets. And I'm like, Tone.
I never bug him.
He always feels like he's bothering him.
I don't want to bother him.
But you know they have like comp tickets for people like that, like, and that's not a bother.
If
You
they
just call them and
if
tell them you want to go.
if
and
they come to Dallas or Shreveport or New Orleans on this next tour, I will definitely go.
I had a friend of mine when we were younger that kind of was seeing some guys that were in bands, and they always told us that, and there would always be tickets there too. We went and saw Shinedown like I think 5 times the first year that, like, when they first came out with that first album, and they were all in little bitty like House of Blues or the Roxy in Kansas City, places like
That's
that.
a good place to see bands too. But when I used to do hair in LA, one of my clients was like a big VP for Live Nation. And so, you know, I'm not like Tone. Like, if I know somebody's got a hookup, I'm going to ask them. So I'm cutting his hair, and I'm like, oh, hey, you know, there's going to be this show at the Gibson, at, you know, Megadeth and Motorhead. Blah. He goes, oh, yeah, He goes, I know the guy that's the manager of the Gibson. I said, oh, man, I'd love to go, blah, blah, blah. So he left after he got his hair cut, and he called me back. Like a little while later, he goes, you got 4 tickets at Will Call. Like, cool. So Tone, and then I
We're in the
invited
pit.
some friends. Huh?
Oh no, we told you the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
last time we were together, yeah.
Right up at the front. It was great. But yeah, I think
Crazy.
it's nice when you know somebody.
It's like Slipknot. Like, I've got to go see Slipknot again because of her, because she's never seen Slipknot. But if it was just left up to me, I would have been done the last concert I went to.
Right.
I just maybe it'll be different because they no, the last Slipknot concert I went to. Corey Taylor had his neck was broke, and he had a neck brace on the whole time, and he was giving 110%, and there was just no energy back from the crowd, and it was just disappointing. I'm not saying Slipknot didn't do their thing, but it was too hot to be wanting to be in the pit in Dallas at that pavilion, Dos Equis. I think it was the Dos Equis Pavilion then. I don't know what it's called now.
Well, speaking of taking stuff that is not yours, remember at the Rob Zombie concert, I snatched the poster out of the what's his name's hand?
The drummer's hands.
The drummer's
Yeah.
hands. What's his name? I'm not.
I don't even remember.
He was. Oh, so we were.
You know that guy too?
Now, who is it?
Rob Zombie's drummer?
No.
We were up front at that concert at the pit, and Rob Zombie came off stage and he stood right in front of me, and I thought I was gonna die.
Mhm.
Okay, we
I
gotta
got
look at this.
smashed between him and the
Well,
gate.
it's,
He's
it's
little.
wet. That's
it's
wet.
wet.
That's why I put
The
it down.
brown is?
Yeah, but the crowd.
No, no, that
smashed
white.
me.
Yeah. Well, he's little, and then Zach Wild, you know, is
What
little.
white?
It's like these guys you expect them
The
to be
white,
these big
right.
Oh,
dudes,
okay.
you know? No, they're little.
Like what white? The comic was white.
Yeah, I went and I saw Zach Wild doing Zach Sabbath at this tiny little club in Sacramento.
And I was
She
at home. I
couldn't
was so
couldn't
mad at
make
him.
it.
And of course, he got free. You know, he got in free. So it was like, oh,
And
okay.
during his guitar solo, he does a crazy guitar solo where he just walks around the whole amphitheater and stuff. And at one point, he's like right in front of me, just wow, and he stands about yay tall to me. It's like he's a tiny little dude.
Yeah. His voice doesn't fit him either. To me,
Oh,
like when
wow.
he's talking, you can't see him. It's like he looks like that.
So you're doing Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, man, this kid, man, he goes ahead and says, "Want to draw Freddie Mercury?" And now I got to find like a Freddie Mercury that April already art directed it. He might have an idea in his head of what he
I did.
wants, so I'm a little concerned. What? Huh?
Mm-hmm. We're talking about Freddie.
And
Oh,
it's-
Freddie.
And it's a weird one. I mean, I won't lie. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying
Not to him, it wouldn't be though.
it's weird. But it's not a comic book thing in my head. And keep in mind, I've had people ask for weird things, so it's okay.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Queen?
Heck yeah.
Here we're gonna do we're gonna turn over here. Somebody's wanting to see the covers again, so
Okay.
let's look over here real quick. And Brandon, you wanna help me? All right. So what we have here is we have all different types here. We have from, and like I said, if you want to, I'm gonna grab that mic up. If you have any on mind, we definitely might have some more in the back. But right now we have X-Men '92. We have the Joker. We have.
This is the villain frame. I'm really wanting somebody to get something done on this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really wanting somebody to bite it and go ahead and get this and get something done. That is a really cool sketch cover.
We have Alien. We have Detective Comics Black. We have a bunch of Star Wars. We have Star Wars Annual. We have Bounty Hunter. We have, I believe, there's Han Solo. There's Darth Vader. There's Vader's Castle. We have the Black Panther, Venom, Alien.
This is Venom, the end, the one shot.
We also have Absolute Carnage, with the new movie coming out. Deathlock. I mean, we're going to be seeing more Deathlock. I truly believe Deathlock's fixing to jump. Y'all watch and see. X-Men, we have the X-Men #1 right over on the end. We have Walking Dead. We have Joker, Dragon.
Savage Guard.
Savage Guard. We have a lot more. We have a lot more covers. Like I said, we don't have room for all of them right here. We have Brandon. Won't you pull them out right there and kind of show them? We got some more coming out right quick. Brandon, I'm just going to let you set them down right there. We have Wonder Girl, Crossover.
And you can get anything on a crossover.
That's
book.
Fantastic Four. Everybody knows that's Fantastic Four #1. That's the variant cover. Pretty hard to find, and they're fixing to be coming out with some more of those. Catwoman, 80th anniversary. Detective Comics 1000, the white cover. We also have the black cover.
Oh.
No, let's do this. Let's put them up.
Nice save.
Contest of Champions. Slide on up. We got. We already have Black Panther. We have Star Wars. Let's see some more. Here's some. Let's talk about some cool stuff that we're going to see. We ought to see. Where's the Batman and Catwoman? We have a Batman Catwoman out here somewhere. And Tone, you know, he's a real controversial anyway kind of person. The last month or so, with some of the things that he's been going on in his life, ain't that right, Tone?
Controversial.
Aren't you? He ain't even hearing me.
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay, all right. So we thought, man, we need to see the Batman Catwoman. Somebody surely somebody surely wants Tone to draw that. And where's it at? I don't know where it went. Yeah, I don't know. We still have it here. Batman versus Catwoman. I believe that's what it is. Anyway, so if you see any up there that you want, let me know. If you see some that you or if you know some that you don't, that we don't have up here, I may have them in the back.
An Angelina Jolie on an Eternals cover would be sick.
That would be sick. That would be. We definitely have a few Eternals. I know with the new movie coming out, definitely. Like I said, Star Wars has always been hot. Yeah, their books, even the blank covers are even going up a lot more and more. But that Vader's Castle, the black Vader's Castle, I love that cover. I think that's going to be a cool cover to have. Real good art on. Anyway, there's the covers that we have. I'll go back to Tone and Chris.
Hello. Welcome to the commission show. We are live.
Darren, switch.
Switch. Switch.
Okay, it is.
Switch.
It's on you.
Switch. So this is for Darren back here?
That's what I believe. So
Darren, did you do Queen because they don't have an AC/DC comic?
No, because I really like Freddie Mercury and Queen.
Explain.
I like Freddie Mercury and Queen.
do you not like Queen?
I'm not gonna say I don't like Queen.
It sounds like you're gonna end some of that
We
with
got
some.
three of the questions here. If I get two characters, could Tone draw a fight scene?
Sure.
Absolutely. Tone can literally draw anything you want. I wish. Oh man. I have a sketch cover that he did for me where it's a Batman City of Bane comic, and Bigfoot's holding Bane's head. And then there's also one with Bigfoot ripping Batman's arm off on a Deceased Dead Planet cover, and it looks like a fight scene. It's got the little wavy lines to let you know that something just happened.
I didn't want to draw that one. That was me doing what I was art directed to do.
But look,
I didn't want to draw Batman's arm ripped off. That was messed up.
my argument was Bane had already broken Batman's back, and he came back from that.
Somebody just patched this up.
Yeah, so he'd just sew his arm back on and be straight.
Okay.
Yeah, Bigfoot ripped Batman's arm off.
That's a bad looking book. I'm not gonna lie. And just, shoot, it's cool.
Did you see this? Have you seen this since it was done?
See, we can get yours graded.
Mm-hmm.
Go home, Sasquatch. You're drunk.
Got his butt whooped. He finally ran into his match.
I can't believe it, man. I thought you said Bigfoot was going to win. You showed him, didn't you, Tom?
Well, because I already gave him the Batman one.
Right. well, didn't Sasquatch pull Batman's arms off?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman's arm off and ripped Bane's head off. Already so far.
The Savage Dragon, he just too much for him.
Yeah. Have you not seen the comic with Savage Dragon fighting that big old rat? That's some dark, creepy stuff going on in that fight between Savage Dragon and that giant rat guy.
I don't know anything about that. I haven't seen a new Savage Dragon book in some time now.
No, it was like one of the old ones. It would have been one of the ones you got.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Probably
remember.
the first or second issue, probably.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about now. And okay, gotcha. No, I thought you were talking about something new. Yeah, but that's the other thing. It's like everyone's always talking about how was it not Immortal? Invincible is always like so like graphic and gross and like, oh my God, they pushed the envelope. It's like Savage Dragon.
Turbulence 73. What book do you want, and what 2 characters?
I'm on the books right now if you want to scan through.
All right, so we're looking through the books. And we have, like I said, we have several.
If they know what 2 characters.
If you know what book or what 2 characters you want, we definitely can help you out. So, I know I need to probably do this a different route, but we're going to do it like this. Let's just see.
You never cease to amaze. This is pretty cool.
Good.
And by pretty cool, I mean it's cool.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
Wait, which one, my queen or yours?
Mine, dude. Nobody cares about your Freddie Mercury comic.
All right, Turbulence 73.
My next
You have
Bigfoot
an
comic's
idea
gonna be
who you
Bigfoot
want?
ripping Freddie Mercury's arm off.
And what book you want?
Did you want 70s or mustache? I said I wanted him where he's singing.
Yeah.
I like that one when he goes. You like mustache?
All right, he's.
Oh, you gotta have a mustache.
Here, I gotta wash my fingers. Pardon me, I'm walking past. Sorry. I like to do do dee da do do. There you are. Do do.
Yeah, yeah.
Do do.
I had a friend who's an artist and his wife used to do that.
Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Somebody just went.
All right, here's the prices, everybody. So if you can see this,
It's a headshot inked, sketched and inked is $75. If you want it full color, it's $100. A half body, which would be kind of like what this Savage Dragon is right here.
that's actually that'd be a little bit different for yours, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
Okay.
The full colored.
artist choice, either X-Men 92 cover or Wolverine brown suit versus Gambit or Star Wars covers.
Luke
Jedi
versus
Luke's-
Maul. That's an odd combo.
Oh,
Then they need a crossover book.
no! What a Star Wars book!
What are they're wanting to crossover what?
Are we talking like black suit Maul versus? I mean, black suit Luke, Jedi Luke versus Maul. That's an odd combo.
Yeah.
That's an odd combo.
So he said the X-Men 92. He'd like to have Wolverine brown suit versus Gambit or Star Wars cover Jedi Luke Skywalker versus Darth Maul. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give Tone a choice of these 2 books right here. Let me see.
There's this
Not that
X-Men
one. No,
book.
he wants this one. Let's just go with the Star Wars right here because this is right here.
Okay.
That's that one.
You've also got this X-Men cover, the first one.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Odd combo, but I like it.
I agree.
All right, so here you go. Tone.
I muted you, but yes. Yeah, you were, but I muted you.
I'm glad I didn't do anything. I just had a Leslie Nielsen moment.
I heard the door swing open. I was like,
Here's what we got. Turbulence 73. He said it's artist choice. He said he wants X-Men 92 or the Star Wars cover, and he wants a fight scene between Wolverine in the brown suit versus Gambit, or Jedi Luke Skywalker versus Darth Maul. Your choice. That's it, huh?
Cool.
All right. Turbulence
Am I back on?
73. Artist choice. He picked X-Men 92. Wolverine versus Gambit.
Cool.
Tone does a sick Wolverine.
He's got a cold. He's not sick.
Tone does a flu-like Wolverine.
An SIC sick. Wolverine.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so I just went to the restroom to wash my hands because
Wiped up.
I had my I had ink on it from the blood, and so I didn't realize until after I was done washing my hands. I looked down. I'm like, oh, it's like thank God I didn't say anything horrible. I was in the bathroom, or and so I immediately got back. I'm like, ooh, wait, what if I did say something? Like I'm not always conscious of what I'm doing. It's not like I go in there and start yelling out like racial slurs or anything. But I go ahead and I came back and said, hey, I still had the thing on when and he's like, yeah, we muted you. But the whole time I'm like thinking about, he said, yeah, he heard me like walking out, go doo doo doo, because I started singing. Thank God I do stupid noises. Do do do. Where are you? There you are. Do do do. No, there's nothing anybody can do. So anyway, I'm gonna just talk, I guess. I don't know if anybody's listening, but I'll talk anyway. Oh, you want to talk about something?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I work better with conversation. Like if somebody says, "Hey, what about this?" and then I can talk about something. I just don't want the dead air thing. I figured
What's the price of that blank?
What's the blank of that price?
Price 20. Okay. I'll do cheaper.
I think it's interesting that you don't like Freddie Mercury or Queen.
Who? You don't like Freddie Mercury?
I didn't say that.
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
You don't like Queen?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like Queen.
But you're.
Well, if they had a CCR comic, I'd have that one done too. But
now we're talking.
I still like Queen.
Oh, Defender of the Universe. Dum 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 dum. No, nothing.
No, nothing. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if anybody in here said anything that you might like to talk about.
What do you not like about Queen?
Yeah, there's nothing not to like.
Everybody's got their own opinions.
I'm a firm believer. If anybody sees Queen from Live Aid, that they will fall in love with Queen. Have you never seen that?
Yeah, like the show we did in Africa.
No, it's in the Wembley Stadium or arena.
Wearing his white beard.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Who hasn't seen that?
I thought maybe you hadn't seen it.
Why?
The big old show.
With
Queen.
Freddie Mercury.
Are you like Freddie Mercury?
Am I like him? No.
Do you like Freddie Mercury?
Can't stand him.
Come do your best Freddie Mercury impression. Come on, dude. Tell me we are the champions. Why are you leaving, Gabe? He left. Every time I try to get him to sing something, he leaves.
He clearly likes singing in private.
I'm not doing
Why
it.
don't you sing?
Yeah,
You're the one who wants to do all the Eminem stuff, and then you can't.
No, he's telling the truth. No, I literally, like, every time I try to quote Eminem on the show, like, they edit it out.
And then literally right afterwards,
Or they tell me I can't say it. And then Brandon will say something Eminem-like, and they'll let it stay.
Wow.
Brandon's quoted him like 6 times right after Chris has, and Brandon stays.
I love Eminem, but the only thing I think I can quote him would be like, "My name is,"
And that's the kind
I'm
of stuff
done.
I say. That's what I'm saying.
But do you say it? Do you say it like in an Eminem voice? Like,
Yeah, that's
my name
why
is.
they're afraid we're going to get
my
sued
name-
or something.
No, no one's gonna take that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they just like editing.
I feel
out.
like if anything, Eminem would just make a diss song about me, which would be the awesomest thing in the world. Ah, little poser on YouTube trying to sound like me. Ha ha. Call himself nasty. Ha ha.
They're gonna edit that out, aren't they?
Can't. This is live. That has to stay.
We can end it here. Just take down the video. People that saw it. That's it.
Nothing can be done about
You
that.
do know I used to be a rapper, Tom.
No, this is news to me.
What?
This is news to me.
Yeah, I did shows, opened up for a bunch of artists.
Uh-huh.
Like rap artists, not comic
No,
book
no, no.
artists.
I assumed as much.
I've opened up for a bunch of comic book artists too.
So, who are these people that you opened up for?
You know who Lil Flip is?
Oh my God, no.
You really don't know who Lil
No,
Flip
no,
is?
not at all. Not in the Vegas.
You know who Bone Crusher is?
Oh my God.
No.
You know who Bone Crusher is?
Well, kind of. I know the name. I've seen him.
So I'm outside of the club and you think I'm a punk. So I go to the loaded Tech 9 that's up in the trunk.
There's some stuff. Tech 9s anymore.
This is old, dog.
Oh, never mind. There's some stuff in a game called Bone Crusher, and I looked it up, and it popped up the rapper, and I was like, "Who's this?"
Oh.
We only have a few more minutes left. So
All right.
3 o'clock.
Cool. All right.
We have
Okay.
1 minute left.
Listen, we have minutes left. Only minutes. But that's enough time for you to speak up and get one of these commissions done that you know you want. Somebody in your family has a birthday coming up. These make great Christmas gifts.
At some point, you'll just find all these at Gabe's Cave, opening day. We'll have them there. This guy's turning out pretty cool.
Yeah, looks like he's wearing a straight jacket.
The coolest straight jacket in the world.
It's a yellow stracket. Straight jacket.
So yeah, so you opened for some rappers, like you're up on stage going the yo-yo-yos and whatnot.
No, I performed my own songs.
Yeah, but you don't have any yo-yos in
I
your.
did. I actually did yo-yo for a couple rappers.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got a question for you.
Sir, I have an answer for you.
All right, this guy's wanting 2 torsos
Two.
fighting each other, Wolverine versus Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that you're fixing doing there.
Yes, sir.
What are you going to charge him for 2 torsos? And I don't. Again, I'm
Dude,
trying to
torso.
I'm trying to get him to email me.
Uh-huh.
So I can.
50 torso.
You know what they say,
45.
two
It'll be
torsos
two.
are better than one.
That's what.
So 2, yeah. That's fine. Just a nice round number.
Hey, Turbulence, if you are still watching, make sure you send us an email, gabescave13@gmail.com, so we can get with you on the payment info for the commission.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it, by the way. I mean, again, don't think that we're not, appreciative by all means. But yeah, definitely drop them a line.
That's where Nasty came from, by the way. The name Nasty.
You're MC Nasty.
Yeah, MC Nasty, but it
I
wasn't
was
MC.
kidding.
No, it wasn't MC Nasty.
Oh,
but
what
it
was it?
Just Nasty.
Just Nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Nasty.
So when did we become Uncle Nasty?
When all my friends started having kids.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Do this real quick. I want to make sure everybody sees this really good. So, Brandon, let me know if you can see that real good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not that one. My goodness. I want everybody to know how much the prices are, so everybody can see it real good.
They are in the description as well.
I know they're in the description, but not everybody knows to get in the description. It's not like normal. We could usually just take our phone and
Yeah.
do it like that. I want everybody to understand what the prices are.
You'll be surprised at how often that happens, even at Comics Elite. It's all right there in front of them, but they never look.
Open your eyes.
Look up to
It's all in the description.
Maybe that's why.
It's like a Willy Wonka
I
song.
thought you were saying like look up to the sky and see.
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
no. Is that a Queen song?
About time, I suppose, to wrap it up.
Well, we appreciate all you guys coming out here. I know Tone does. He likes to hang out and do this kind of stuff.
Again, I do this for nothing, just hanging out and bullshitting and hanging.
Bull crapping. That is a nice gambit.
It is, isn't it?
It's the first time I've seen it in person. That's sick. Oh, wow. The hand comes off.
Look at the back of the cards.
Oh, that's legitimate.
Do the cards come out?
You're going to have to tell me later how much that cost, because I think I want one. That's
At
like
least $3.
at least $3. I think that's that and this Punisher back here. Those are probably...
The Punisher's sick.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it went up more.
No.
Tone,
Yes.
I have... You know that Rip Claw toy? Where's it at?
It's some here.
I have that whole set. Should I open those and display them?
I'm
I'm not ever going to sell them. That's not going to happen. Like,
Yeah. Why haven't you opened them? I guess is a better question.
I don't know, because I told myself, like, the minute I get the Spawn, which was the last one I needed that I bought at the last show.
No, I know. I didn't realize how expensive it was.
Yeah, that was the last one I needed.
Yeah.
And I got it. And I said when I got home I was going to open them all.
You
I
just haven't done it.
Again, Turbulence, if you're still watching, shoot us an email. Then we can get everything going there with the commission. So, other than that, we are going to wrap it up today. It is 3 o'clock. We have been here for 3 hours. So Longer, actually. Yes, we've been here.
Yeah, we had to set up.
I've been here for probably 5 or 6 hours. So yeah. All right. Anything you want to say, Chris?
It was good to see you guys again. I can't really see you guys, but you can see me. So it was good for you guys to see me again.
Wow.
Gabe? Don't say bye yet. Anything you want to say?
Are we allowed to talk about the shirts?
Yes.
The new ones?
Yeah, and the hats.
Okay.
The hats will be
Have
on the
we- have we
website
posted
soon.
anything out?
I don't know. Some little stuff here and there, but not officially.
So we have shirts coming out, which are pretty cool. All themed after each one of us. I don't think Dad has one though.
Not yet.
Drupal does not have one yet, but a lot of people have been wanting Chris's. Chris's I actually want too.
Sick.
They each have like our face on them except for Chris's, because Chris's is cool. Darren's has
I'm
Darren's
definitely getting a
Darren's
Darren shirt
catchphrase
for
on it.
sure.
You know, the good old fantastic.
What did you say?
I'm definitely getting one of your shirts.
I'm not wearing my own. That's weird.
I'll wear your face on my chest.
Brandon's.
You
of
gotta
course, has the-
wear your shirt.
It's weird.
I know.
But look, like it is kind of weird though, because like Gabe's shirt has his face on it. Brandon's shirt has his face on it. Darren's shirt has his face on it. My shirt doesn't, and that's why
So-
I like mine, because it doesn't have my face. It just has the hat and a
Right.
beard.
Yeah.
Brandon's has the good old Murdoch, you know what he's known.
But it's
what
really,
he does.
but that's really funny because it makes me laugh every time he does it. It hasn't got
Mine has the Welcome to Gabe's Cave and the good old bye, and then he has
Who's your favorite uncle?
who's your favorite uncle, and it's got his beard and hat.
It says Uncle Nasty on the back.
Yeah. So those will be on the store soon. Same with the hats.
The hats are here. They're here now, so
Yeah.
they'll be on the store.
Shirts haven't come in yet.
Yeah, the
The hats will be on the store ASAP.
Yeah.
Shirts will be
Whenever
in a
they
couple
come in.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The hats just came in like what a day or two ago.
yeah, 2 days ago.
and
So-
there's probably not enough shirts ordered, and we apologize for that because we didn't realize that just the few posts that were made about it, how many people were going to be excited about wanting these like exclusive to us type shirts.
Yeah.
So with our little sayings and stuff on them,
I was
so
surprised about that too.
we're going to have to get some more. So if you when they pop up on there, we're going to make a post. When you pop up on there and it says sold out, like all the Xboxes and PS5s are doing immediately when they come in stock, don't be upset because there'll be more. And we're not that popular, so it will slow down. We're not like new gen consoles, you know what I mean?
Or graphics
Or
cards.
graphics cards.
The
We're just,
worst, man.
we're just going to dwindle out. Eventually, we're going to
This
have
is
to
not
come
a
up with a new
computer
shirt
parts.
design.
But they sell like them.
I can't wait to see Tone wearing one of my shirts.
I'm sure he will.
I know he will.
I need
You
some.
wear
I
his
need some of his
shirts?
shirts. Besides that one, I need some other ones.
I need a new Bigfoot is real shirt. Mine has been washed too many times. It's starting to turn gray.
Yeah, I think it's time to get new ones.
Tony, you need that. You need a shirt that has like the what's on your art book cover or whatever.
Oh no, that we are never using that artwork again. I am convinced that was like a one-time only thing. Yeah. I mean, if you want one, I'll have one made for you. because I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, it's like, oof, my
Hey,
face.
what letter of the alphabet is he saying right now?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a joke in there? Am I missing the joke?
No, I mean like look. If you look at his like A B C, is it what?
Hey. It's just. I don't know. Okay. All right. With all that being said, I suppose we're going to wrap it up today. We've been here for a long time. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us and hearing us ramble. Hope you enjoy it. We'll do it again sometime, I promise. And look forward to the store being opened up pretty soon.
Not pretty soon.
Not pretty soon. It'll be a while, but you can keep up with the the stuff on our socials. We do have a new socials for it. That's Gabe's Cave CCC Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. I believe there's a Facebook page and an Instagram for that as well, so you can keep up with it. And then when it does open, eventually.
Next weekend we'll be at a con. They can come see us.
Yeah, that's right. We will be at a con next weekend at Collect-A-Con in Dallas. Hopefully you've kept up with some of those. We got Collect-A-Con in Dallas. We have Cowtown Comic-Con in Dallas as well, in Hurst, Texas. That's July 24th and 25th. We have Planet Con August 20th through the 22nd in Kansas City. Yeah, Chris is not going to make that one. And then we have Fan Expo Dallas in September. That's September 17th through the 19th.
We're going to be setting up right beside Tone.
Yeah, we're going to be set up right beside Tone there. And then
we're going to be using part of this table.
And then we have SpaCon. That's our personal one here in Arkansas. That's in Hot Springs. And that is September 24th through the 26th. And that's also going to be a fun one. So if you're in the area,
really fun.
Yeah, make sure you swing by and hit us up. Other than that, any last words? Tom?
Hey,
that was a good one.
We didn't give away nobody.
Yes, we did.
Day.
Yeah, we did.
We
already did the giveaway.
Did y'all really?
Yeah.
They're on top of it.
Where was that? Sonic?
I don't know.
Probably.
Hey, Tom, real quick.
Yeah.
What's this?
That's you doing a weird thing with your finger.
No.
The finger worm.
I don't know either, but here it comes again.
Yeah, finger worm.
Hey, Tom, what's this?
Jellyfish.
Cuttlefish.
It's a flock of these.
All right. That was good.
So weird.
We don't know what it is, but it's a flock of them. That's right. All right. Well, with all that being said, Gabe, you want to send us home?
Bye.